We're going to put the big break on what's happening in Cedar Gatling, and we are going to do a fun little one-shot tonight. Still in the world of Ethway, on a familiar city that you guys may know. But before we get into that, I believe, is there anything that we need? Nope. Campaign 2? Check out False Life Dice on Instagram.
Next week we're going to be doing a sponsored one-shot.
Ooh.
For the first time ever for us, so that's kind of a little milestone.
Dude, it is. That's huge. We've gone from being like chuckleheaded ninny muggins to somebody sponsoring us.
No, you guys are going to be in it.
Yeah, you're in it, dude. You're in it.
We're
doing a sponsored one-shot.
I'm going to start doing this much more professionally.
Much more professionally.
As in, like, 1%.
We're taking it from
We're from 0 to 1. That's our percentage. So we're gonna try.
Perfect. So check it out. It's gonna be really great. Who is ours? Are we gonna hold that close to his chest? Are we keeping those cards?
No. I've already shouted them out. Mm-hmm. And the Dungeon Forge.
The Dungeon Forge. Also Arizonans, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they're from Arizona.
Yeah.
They
because we represent.
You can go to dungeonforge.com. They have all these minis. They're actually doing a Kickstarter that ends in like a week, I think. We're basically doing our one shot on the end of their Kickstarter. Okay. They were very close to being there. I haven't checked it recently, but they were like close to being there
we should for their
Kickstarter. So yeah, we should do an update before halftime. And I think in the future we're going to work with them on some giveaways, and we're going to do some other things that I'll keep on the hush until it comes to fruition.
Yeah.
But yeah, excited about it.
Yeah, no. If you can't tell, Chris is kind of like the everything for us. He does all of our video editing. He does all of...
Oh, they straight up were like, oh, we were expecting Mike when I had a phone call with them. And I was like, nope, they got Chris.
I
will be the DM next.
Yeah. Where's that guy at?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I think you're much better DM than I am anyways.
No.
Yeah, wow. I'm sorry, man. That's funny.
Yeah, shit made me laugh, but...
We'll see what happens. Stick around. Next week's going to be a lot more fun. I'm going to be out next week, but we should have the other two back. They have some family matters to attend to this week, and so we are going to proceed on. And unless we have anything else to discuss...
No.
Get ready for campaign 2. Buckle in for tonight. Empty your bladders and get a fresh, frosty cold one as we step into tonight's one shot in the world of Ethway on the Woodenstone. I do a lot of the financier work.
Yeah, exactly. Behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, so on tonight's episode, as we come into the world of Ethway, entering into the interior sea on the northwest corner, around the year 900, set about 150, almost 200 years in front of where I still don't know your guys' name. Mercs of Maze?
Mercs of Maze.
About 150 years past you guys, yes. Some of you may still be alive. Some of you may not. But, to that point, in what was once a sleepy, surf-based town. Surf as in serfdom, not a bunch of cowabunga dudes.
I was just like,
no.
Okay.
Serfdom. It was a town based out of feudalism.
He had to go all the way across the studio to get to you. It's such a long, drive. So much fun.
Dude, if it helps, he does everything. He literally, without Chris, this stream would fail. This stream would fail. 3 rather misunderstood, rather shunned from society, tieflings enter into the now industrious and semi-modern city of Aurora. The bustling streets alight with so many crackling. Ooh, there's a wisp of something in my beard.
Saved it.
I think it was liquid. The crackling energy from the newest addition to the city, a common citywide electrical system that seems to bring light and power and energy and just enough creature comfort to make it foreign and alien. But nonetheless, such is progress. The streetlights are now starting to come on as 3 tieflings enter into the city. Your common quest between the 3 of you, the heist of the century. Somewhere in this city, there is a rather beautiful mansion that is run by a rather beautiful governess. And inside this mansion, you have been charged with the recovery of a particular gem-encrusted silver egg.
What's the name of those eggs? There's a name for the eggs. I don't know what they call them. Nope, it's a fancy egg. It's a fancy type of egg, and I can't remember what it's called.
Century egg?
Easter egg?
No,
Or
no.
gross. Easter eggs? That's coming up.
Nope, nothing. I
Okay.
don't remember it.
Cadbury eggs.
No. Ooh.
Anywho, each of you with your particular skills in mind and your tight familial bond that has brought you to here knows exactly what it is that your role is in this heist. However, if you do need to discuss that one more time before we get too far into it, I totally understand. Your benefactor, the individual who financed your, or I guess hired your crew to do this work, you don't know him, but you do have instructions. In the main square, there's a fishmonger. That fishmonger sells to the governess's men every Tuesday around 5 p.m. From there, the men will head back to the mansion, and that is how you'll find the general location of the egg. Somewhere deep beneath the mansion there is a vault. The details of that vault are obscure, unclear. But once you've retrieved the item in question, in which in your note there is a small sketch hastily drawn. The handwriting itself is beautiful and eloquent. Beneath the sketch are instructions on how to meet up for an exchange. The directions are to head to the forest, about just due west. And by forest, it's mostly just shrubs, nothing more than about 8 feet tall, but it is dense and it is hilly and enough that you feel that if you were pursued, you probably could lose your pursuers rather easily. So as you enter Aurora from the northernmost entrance, you're standing among hundreds of people as they go about their daily business. The smell of so many different foods, beverages, probably a waste bucket or two. There's a slight dust in the air. The building's made out of brick. Some of them have glass windows instead of the common wooden shutter to keep out the elements. And occasionally a small horse-drawn buggy going by. What would you like to do?
What the time is it?
The time is, I mean, it's getting dark. The sun is
Almost 5 o'clock.
It's getting dark.
Okay.
Unless you have a feat in particular, which I'm kind of randomize those. So
Going to just put on some armor here.
My name is Creel, by the way.
You guys are family, so yeah.
Oh,
But you can
I am-
introduce yourself anyways.
brother Creel. Yes. You have.
We're family.
We are family. Don't fuck me.
I'm Sister Billy.
Sister Billy. Brother Creel, Sister Billy, and
Sister Zor.
Sister Zor.
Yes.
I like. You need to put on armor too.
Yep.
I'm about ready to go if you are. Maybe a
Can we get a
boot,
dagger?
maybe 2 boots.
Get a dagger. Yep.
We all have daggers.
You guys travel light.
Yeah.
And lockpicking tools if you don't have them, but
In the lock
it would be
picking.
likely that you do. And if
Ooh.
you're not proficient with them, I would say you can go ahead and add your proficiency modifiers anyways. You guys are trained, skilled cat burglars. I don't know. What's the right word here? You're familiar with burgling.
Familiar with the burgle. We are robbers.
It's
Plus 1 dagger? Or just
Sure,
regular
I'll let
Dutch
you do
regular?
a +1 dagger. Why not?
Ugh.
3 half demons running around in a city full of, God knows
Yeah,
what. I
fuck
think
shit
a
up.
+1 dagger's acceptable. Yeah.
Hey.
It's not that like you guys draw attention, like the demons just came into town or anything.
Right, we got to be nice and stealthy about this. You guys want to head to fish market?
Yes, I think that would be smart.
Should we hop in one of these buggies that are
Yeah.
driving around so we don't be seen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can just jump in one, I guess. They look
Easy
like they're
enough.
everywhere.
As you kind of hail somebody, a horse comes blowing straight past you. Make a persuasion check for me.
A persuasion. I'm so
I got
good
you.
All
at
of us?
persuasion.
Plus 10 over here.
Oh,
I
yes.
would say whoever's trying to hail a cab, basically.
Yes.
28.
Call me a
28.
Uber.
Ew.
As Creel steps out and is like, Tebby, the horse-drawn buggy just comes blowing straight by, and as the mud kind of drips off the front of his outfit, shaking the otherwise pristine monk form that you've known your brother to carry, you hear this puttering, this sputtering, this, and you turn and look, and you see the strangest thing you've probably ever seen in your life. It has 3 wheels, no horse, and a small gnome atop a large seat, and it seems to be spewing smoke. But in the back, what you see is roughly what you would consider to be a buggy. And as he pulls up to you with his sputtering contraption, he pulls a lever, and he looks at you. Need a ride?
This thing smoked like my mom. But
That-
yes.
Yeah, I mean,
As long as it
advancement,
goes.
right? Trust me, I'll get you around faster than anyone else in this town.
Well, we just need to go to fish market.
Fish market it is, hop on in.
Yeah.
So covert. We're so over.
No, we fine.
You're so covert, you're over.
Overt, yeah.
Yes.
So covert.
Or you're so overt, you're covert.
Overt, covert. Yep.
We are doing good so far.
Tishta!
So far, so good. Nobody knows. Just hi.
How much?
That'll be 3 gold.
Got you.
Ooh, do we?
I would say you guys probably
We
have
got you. Papa, 3 coin.
There you go.
3.
He takes the 3.
Thank you.
Right
sister.
out. Might want to hold on for this one. And you see him like release the lever and he starts spinning a wheel super fast and you hear the machine start to hiss. And he releases another lever and it goes with this giant lurch and you
Cool.
with that and it's literally at this point you're pretty sure it might actually be slower than a horse drawn.
Crap.
Nonetheless,
The future is near.
you
Someone's on the corner. The end is near.
the end is near.
The end is nigh.
There's there's definitely a homeless man standing on a corner with a cardboard box that says, as you guys are drawn through the city, you can't help but notice the harbor and the many airships that seem to be docked in the area at the time. You've seen them in passing. You've seen them in the wilds. Aurora is a much bigger city than it used to be, and it's not outside the realm of possible that people who have the money and the technology to build airships might come here for some of the more prominent natural resources that Aurora seems to have. It's a very, especially when it comes to rare metals, Aurora is prolific. People seem to get out of your way, and it takes probably about 10-15 minutes before you really start seeing the center of the city kind of build up around you. You can tell you're getting closer as the buildings seem to get older structurally, but nicer with their upgrades. There seems to be more electricity running through this part of town, and a lot of the shops have beautiful paintings on glass windows. Some of them even have stained glass windows. You end up crossing over a bridge, and as you look over to the left side, you can see the remnants of a once proud and formidable fort that has 4 corners to it. Now dilapidated and falling into ruin. It seems to be more of a eyesore to the city than anything else. The rotting docks that used to be present near it, long forgotten, long wasting away. You carry on over these, one of several bridges that runs across the Auroran River, and are led into what is now the center of the city. The cabbie kind of pulls the buggy to the side and pulls another, what you assume is the brake at this point, stops the vehicle. Right, so on your way then.
Oh.
Come on, chop chop, I've got business to do. Things like this don't pay for themselves. Get the hell out!
Very much. Everybody jump.
You guys hop your way out.
Big step.
You guys hop on out of the buggy, and he kind of putters off in his little, aggressive way. Standing here, you can see there are quite a few different venues around you. There's all sorts of restaurants. There are pubs. There's a large pale white building that looks like it could be made out of marble or some sort of other stone. That's kind of off place. It's out of place compared to the rest of it. And from the inside, you can hear heavy drum beats, and there seems to be flashes of different colors coming from the inside, and a long line of people waiting out front.
So, where are we supposed to be going?
We need to look for this fishmonger guy. It's the letter that we have.
What day is it?
At 5 o'clock.
Yeah. Oh, I wrote down 3. Is it 5?
It is 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock on Tuesdays. Knowing what you know, this time of year, the sun sets pretty early.
Ooh.
Because you're pretty far north.
That is fair.
And
So it's probably around 3.
it's probably around 4:30.
Oh, okay.
So, yes.
You guys timed this pretty well to be where you wanted to be when you wanted to be there.
Yes, we did, because we are so damn good.
We know what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yep. Such capable people.
This is nice city, though. It is,
Yeah.
good day.
Yep.
Little smoggy.
Should we go in and grab a beer somewhere?
I think we should just sit by this building until
And just
Oh,
wait?
you want to
I'm
hang
all
out outside of
fishmonger.
the building?
Oh, yeah. You want to just
You want to
wait
hang outside the building? No one hangs outside of the building.
I mean,
Zero
there's a
left.
lot of people here.
Listen, right, I don't know about helium loss, but maybe 200 years ago that was a full pub. And you see people walking out with a glass of beer. Everyone's been around outside. Oh, you're some sort of old nanny.
I guess this is the social norm.
It seems like town.
Get your panties out of a bunch. Get the sand out of. Well, you know.
Town Square seems to be a pretty popular place to just kind of hang.
And
Yeah.
looking around, there are lots of people just kind of milling about with drinks in their hand. Seems to be a very progressive society.
Cool.
Yeah, I hear that.
Grab a beer and be incognito in the alley.
Yeah. I'm down to grab a beer and come outside and just wait.
I am good with that as well.
Cool. We'll go inside.
Okay. Are you trying to go inside the Marble Building or just another establishment that's
Another
around?
establishment.
Yeah, no, just like right across street from
Yeah.
Fish Market.
I
There
wanna
is
swivel
not a
to make sure no one's
particular-
watching us.
Make perception check. Different perception checks for both
Yes,
of you.
yes.
Because you wanted different things.
Oh, so damn good. 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, you are having a really hard time identifying whether it's just the excitement of being in this area. You've always been an excitable and, eager to please tiefling. And seeing this many people and with your very extroverted personality, it's hard not to get caught up in the moment.
Yeah,
And
it is.
Yeah.
It is nice.
12.
12. There is there's a bar not far from the marbled building that seems to be more of a hole in the wall. It's called the Bent Knee, and it seems to have some activity of sorts going on inside. There's people and candlelight.
I say we go to the Bentley.
I'm
Okay.
good with that. I'm a little lost. I'll follow you.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what to. As long as we have eyesight of fish market monger man.
I'm gonna drop my hood a little bit more
Okay.
and walk in.
As you walk in, this is a rather seedy joint. There's a dartboard on the wall, and it smells of stale alcohol as soon as you walk in. The old wooden bar, long deteriorated. The wax has been peeled off of it. There's scratch marks and names carved into it. You can smell somebody is smoking something, and it is probably tobacco-based, although it might not be. We'll see.
Hey, I hear that like 100 years ago, this place was known for its plants.
Yeah. Crazy.
Plants?
Plants.
Plants? Plants.
Someone
Plants.
Plants, you know.
As you enter into the bar, you see there is a rather young-looking human woman. She has crow's feet developing on her eyes, but the rest of her appearance would say that she's probably pretty young. The one thing that you do notice about her, she seems to have these kind of unnaturally long fingers, and it's a little strange. But you don't take too much notice of it as she comes by and asks, yes, how can I serve you?
3 strong ales.
What is your name?
3 strong ales. My name, Gabriella.
We call you Lady Fingers.
3 strong ales.
It's 3 strong ales. Sorry,
It's all right.
they're beautiful.
Thank you.
They're like almost long as.
I'm a
horns.
great pianist. I think mine are longer. And she turns and walks away.
Brother, be cool.
At least he's about as cool as you can get, right? Talking to the
There
people,
is-
chumming it up.
There is there's a dwarf who seems to be drunk at the table across from you guys. I guess catty corner to where you're sitting, sitting with another dwarf. The two of them are locked, deadlocked, staring at each other, wobbling. The first one, a bronze, but still washed because he's probably pretty drunk, appearance to his skin with long black beard that kind of spills down and over the table and onto his lap. The other one, a little bit more familiar to you, and you sympathize with how many looks he's getting, even in this bar. Very pale, like chalk white skin, with a bright...
You need CPR, sister. Sister Billy.
No.
His-
I just wasn't ready. for
The
my
irises of his eyes
Sister Billy.
are crystalline blue, almost glowing blue, and you can see his it shifts from black to these bursts of bright blue energy that seem to course through his skin, and you guys would recognize this as a far northern Druagar. They are in a very emphatic drinking competition as one takes a huge draft of his beer, slams it on the table, looks at the other one, doesn't say a word, and you see the second, the normal on-land
The
dwarf,
not Druagar.
the not Druagar dwarf.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a weird one to say because we don't have regions for dwarves yet. He picks up
Or
his
Dewey.
or do we? Super exciting. Wobbling and shaking, you see him tilt his head back, and as he does so, foam just goes spraying everywhere. He starts coughing into a fit, falls onto the ground, and some people around the bar put their drinks back down. At this point in time, 3 ales land in front of you. That will be 3 shillings, if you please.
3 shillings.
Thank you, ma'am.
The sisters keep the money.
Yeah.
Brother cannot be
Women are
trusted.
Yeah.
powerful.
Brother cannot be
In my family, that's what happens. You know, it is just normal.
Very well.
Thank you.
Of course.
And we're gonna
Sorry.
pass him
Take
his.
it.
Like, nice try.
You hear somebody walks in, and you see her. She's kind of standing by the bar, and you hear her go, "Hello," and kind of goes back to what she's doing. And the person nods their head, tips the hat.
Can we see building from here? Like window seat maybe?
You
or
can.
Like...
The
we
whole
dr-
front of this bar is kind of open, like the front side of the bar.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna go outside.
Where's the bartender?
She's at the bar, kind of cleaning up a mess and grabbing a plate and shoving it on to a tray and kind of moving it back. It looks like she might actually be the only one tending to the place right now, but it's not that busy.
Are we allowed to drink outside, do you think?
Yeah, everyone
I
else.
saw lots of other people doing it.
Alright, let's go
see why
outside and
not.
just
We can
walk
just
around
kick it
and
outside with the other people
linger.
kicking it outside.
Yeah.
So
As
then
you-
we go into a darker part of the side of the bar.
Yeah, we need to at least see.
We can see it, yeah, but
Yeah,
we
we
can
can still
Okay.
see.
As
Just
As
around
long
the
as we
corner.
can see, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Okay. As
Do
you
we know
walk,
what the fishmonger looks like?
no, there.
Monger.
You were
Monger?
told that monger is somebody who like deals in.
It is just dealer.
It's like it's an It's literally what like a teach to
Yeah.
us. Monger is whatever it is first. Monger.
He mongs the fish.
Because the idea is that we are going to go into the monger area where we're supposed to meet him at least.
We
What?
don't meet him. We follow 5 men who buy fish from him.
Cool. Then we're going to move, like, we're going to drink our beers, and then
Okay.
we're going to go
It's
in the
pretty crowded.
And very casually
Town
kick
square.
kick
the-
in.
The
Yeah, I don't want to drink my beer. I just want to like sip it, just so we can look casual
Okay.
and just
We're
chill.
Kind of blend in a little
and-
bit
We're
more.
blending in.
Yeah.
yeah, sure. Nothing says I blend in like three
Like just
red
holding beer.
tieflings holding beer.
Oh,
I
we're
said
red.
sip.
Fuck.
I
We
said
run
sip.
around like this.
I'm wearing a cloak!
You drink the beer, yes?
I have a hood.
uh,
I'm trying to look incognito.
no.
I said sip.
As you guys enter into the town square, nobody seems to stop you. Nobody seems bothered or perturbed. Looking to your left, in a kind of a back further section, like a part of the square that isn't part square, recessed into a small cavity, there is a stage with a sheet-like thing put up against the back, and it's just one solid color. And you can see standing up there are 2 elves that are juggling, passing knives through the air. And there's a small crowd of people, and you see one of them does a cartwheel and catches the knife in one hand, and as he's spinning back around, throws the knife back up to his compatriot and catches another with his toes. And there's a small applause as they continue on with their performance. It's people just kind of milling about. There's
So it's
the
like
sound
a
of
Hunchback of Notre Dame
Yeah.
situation.
very it's very Renaissance
missing now.
festival
Yeah.
type thing.
But a little higher technology.
Yeah, a little bit better technology. There's the sound of crackling fireworks behind you. You can see, some people oohing and awing at these bright sparklers and noisemakers on the ground. I'll go ahead and say, what are you guys doing? Sassy?
I would like to just very much bless you, sister. I forgot your name.
Zor.
It's
You
not
just-
as easy as Billy.
3
Zor.
letters. Zor.
Oh, Creel,
It's
Zor,
very similar
Billy.
to Zoe.
Whoa.
Here.
You know my full name is Zorzire.
Zor's.
Zor-
She says
Zorzire.
questionably.
Zorzio Finkledink.
I think it's Zorzire.
Fingeldings. You guys are the Fingeldings.
We are the
now.
Finkledink family.
That's so uncool.
I
No
love
one
the
takes our
Finkledink.
corporation seriously.
I love the Finkledink family.
Fuck
Yeah.
those Finkledinks.
I would say that we are going to. What do you want to do? We need to. I'm still keeping eye out on Fishmonger. Do we see Fishmonger?
I'll go ahead and say with everybody here, one of you can make, or either 2 of you can make a perception check, or one of you can make a perception check at advantage.
My perception is +3.
Mine is a -1.
Then
It is
Mine's
like
a plus
super.
3 as well. We both can do
Both
it.
do.
You both roll. I will sit here and drink.
Yeah, it's the breakdancing dude on the strange cardboard. You're not really sure. It's like a parchment that covers the pot.
21.
And he is just, there's a guy beatboxing behind him as he just spins around. It's fantastic.
1321.
1321. You are also captivated by this man who spins his body in such unnatural ways. He appears to be genocide of some type.
I
Um,
scoff.
and he's
We could do our family dance with him.
No.
We all get in circle and just like hands on hips and one leg out, and then occasionally ha, and then we go the other way.
The pink
And
one
ha,
comes.
go the other way.
single income.
Brother, I feel like we're forgetting our training as incognito
I just that
tieflings.
we trained to dance as kids. So I
Yep,
figured we
we
use
definitely
it sometime in our lives, you know.
I mean, we might as well do our family Finkledink comp.
I love these.
Family. You can't choose them.
Yeah.
I just do this.
Are you guys gonna dance? Like,
Yeah.
okay. As you kind of push your way
That's
through the
fine.
crowd, you just look at everybody around you like, hold my beer. And you guys jump in. Everybody go ahead and make a performance check.
Oh,
for me.
this is what we're good at.
That's not what we're good at.
Oh, this is
I'm a +9.
I'm a +2.
Holy shit.
this is what your boy is good at.
Why are you a +9?
I don't
You're a
know.
fucking fighter. Thank God I rolled high.
18.
Performance.
I
That is
also got
17.
18.
Very nice. As
18.
the family Finkledink hump progresses and evolves outward, the crowd around you is taken aback with the strange beauty of this dance. It's captivating. It's
Our tails are going, man.
yeah, it is beautiful the way you guys intertwine together and pull apart with your different attributes. There's actually a woman in the crowd who starts to just tear up very slightly.
If I see any plants in the room, I'm going to put one in my mouth.
I thought you guys were outside, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Sure, like
Yeah.
yeah, you know.
Yeah,
I'm just here childing it up.
yeah. As you guys spin around the third or fourth time, let's do the fourth time. The fourth time you spin around, your eyes land on 5 rather shady humans who are kind of making their way through the center of the crowd. One of them
Oh.
kind of glances at you and pats and is like, and scoffs in your direction. Turning quickly so as not to let them notice your eyes tracking them, you make a mental note and keep tabs on where they're at. You see them stop. There's a small cart with a wooden sign above it in a language that looks like some sort of formal writing, but you don't recognize it. You see there's a brief
Where?
transaction.
Okay, so
Right.
in my direction, where are they?
So it's difficult because you are dancing and it's difficult to
I
get you, but
stopped
due
in at,
And we
Due
spin,
roughly
spin,
south.
spin.
it is roughly full south, straight south.
so like
About-
3 o'clock?
Yeah.
6 o'clock.
Yeah,
It'd be 6 o'clock.
Okay, 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock, and it would be about 150 feet away from you.
Brother, sister, it's 6 o'clock. Thank you. Thank you.
And big finish, everybody!
Even the guy who was like breakdancing, he like comes up and is like, right, you got that one. He puts his hand on your shoulder. Fair time. What's your trip's name?
We are the
Capernacks.
full, yeah,
The
Capernacks.
Capernacks. Everybody, round of applause for the Capernacks. You see,
Good.
people are starting to throw coppers at you guys, and like it hurts in some moments, but you quickly snatch it up and take your bow and start
Coppers,
moving
I'm gonna
into
say
the crowd again.
I was like, if he says Finkledinks, we're fucked.
I was going to.
Go. I read that perfectly then.
Perfect. At this point in time, you notice that the transaction at this small wooden.
Did they
Uh,
notice? what's
They
going
don't.
on?
I mean, they took notice of you in the greater sense that you guys were dancing in a square.
I said
but-
6 o'clock.
I'm just saying we
Oh yeah,
could
no,
be,
you guys
like,
have picked up. Everybody's
Oh, yeah,
picked
no,
up
we're
on the.
moving.
We could
Yeah,
quit
we're
our day job, be big stars in city, just dance for a living.
That might be a
Possibility.
retirement plan. Yeah.
Yeah,
Keep
okay.
it on the table.
Future,
brother.
future.
Focus.
Yep, reel it in, homie.
Focus, not my strength. Focus.
He's just a monk.
I
Hey!
I don't
Girl,
focus.
Lady fingers or some shit like that. Oh my gosh, I love
I
it.
always get backhanded in my monk class.
We have
Man,
two
why is my
sisters who are like,
brightness
fuck it.
so
Alright, bro, let's go.
low? How do you turn brightness up?
My little
Oh,
Got it. I think I would
I feel
use
like
the
the
same thing.
little kid in the Air Genasi family.
Yeah.
What's his name? Ringo?
Yeah, and Cora.
Yeah. The little boy.
I forgot his name.
Which one?
But, little heir.
Oh, from Katara?
Yeah, from
Yeah.
Katara. I can't think.
His youngest son.
It's God damn it! It's something simple. It's like
It's
Bidu.
very
Ling
simple.
Ling.
No.
No, anyways,
It's okay.
go on.
Anyways,
That's you in the
Someone's
family.
going to yell at us for that.
No.
Yeah.
I've never even seen it, so you guys probably listen.
Milo. His name's Milo.
Milo!
That was
Chris
gonna
is
bother me.
Milo in the Chris is the Milo. in the
Yeah.
family.
As you guys kind of watch from a distance, you can see the 5 of them split off and seem to go different directions through the southern area. There are multiple passageways that lead out of the square, multiple streets and alleys and side corners. It's probably not likely that you could follow all of them, but they are diverging from each other.
Did they have fish in hand already?
Do we see main guy? Who's shit? Main guy?
Did they have fish already, or any like?
You didn't. You specifically saw them doing some sort of transaction. If you want to make investigation checks to see from where you're standing if you can spot one of them that has something on their
Plus
body.
12 to my investigation.
Okay, I'm.
How you guys have such high pluses on things? What?
my
what is
only high one is performance. She always has a high
My
shit.
highest one is religion.
Religion! I don't think I've ever rolled for religion before.
That's because I don't do gods and shit because
we will.
it fucks
That's
me up.
good too.
We will roll in religion
15?
later.
15.
From where you're standing, it does look like 2 of them are carrying packages of some sort.
I described the 2 guys to them. Let's follow these 2.
They are,
Where's all 5 of them? Where's the other
So
one?
if there were 5 in a row, it would be the number 1 and number 4 who are moving opposite directions of each other.
Pick number 4, my lord.
No.
Number 3, my lord.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Such a good move.
That's a good move. It's good play.
Oh, I haven't seen the play.
Oh no, it was a play because it's D&D.
I trust you, sister. I don't know which one to follow. I am. We are going in blind like bats.
We shouldn't be blind.
No, I'm blind.
At this point in time, they are moving further and further away
No, we're
from
moving.
you.
All right, here we go.
Incognito, staying stealthy.
Yes.
Where's
Merging
the
with
other
the
3
ground.
going?
The other 4 are just diverging. One of them, 2 of them seem to be going to streets that are to your left.
there's
One of
6 of
them,
them?
they're
Yeah,
5.
You said 5.
You
They're
said 5,
fine.
but you said
2
you
had.
said
2 of them have package.
2 were.
Yes.
2.
Number 1 and number 2 are going down streets. Number 3 is going towards what looks like a building, like towards a big ass door. 4 is going into an alleyway, and 5 is going into a street to your right.
Let's follow one with package.
Yeah, let's follow
1 and 4.
number.
1 or 4.
At this point, they have
4.
started
We're
moving
going to follow
further
the
away.
4.
Okay,
I can
Yeah,
flip
yeah.
coin for it. 4.
it's a copper.
Okay,
It's the same on
number
both
4.
sides.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
The Queen of 4 of Aura.
As you guys kind of make stealth checks, that's what you guys said you wanted to follow them stealthily, right?
Yeah, we're
Everybody
doing
make
like
stealth checks for
Assassin's
me.
Creed merging with the crowd, walking.
18.
18.
You guys are
Hey,
you guys are so good. I got a 9.
Okay. It's because you're so engaged and people are like coming by and somebody's like, Sparklers says Sparklers, and you're like, hell yeah, Sparklers, like, where's the money? Where's the money? You guys do a pretty good job of like just palming him some cash so that he can get his sparklers, and you see him light one up and throw like a little crackling whiz bang thing into the air. Some people
you to be
look.
the older brother, but I think
No, I am youngest
you're the
brother
youngest
by
brother
far.
at this point.
By
I'm feeling
far.
that. Yeah.
As we are walking, I'm like playing jokes on people, throwing thaumaturgy below them, like making the ground shake occasionally.
There's a woman
It's
in a
like-
dress who her dress suddenly flies up and she barely has time to catch it.
Yeah, and I just giggle a little, and then I'm like,
Her
okay,
beautiful
we are
blonde
on
hair,
top.
rosy red lips, just yeah.
Someone's in heat.
Somebody's
You
in
got
here.
to live the life, you know.
You guys are able to pursue him with those rolls collectively. Somebody, yeah,
Somebody's the outlier, but it's
yeah,
alright.
somebody's the outlier, but
Got
the
reliable
other guys-
sisters.
Stepping on people's feet and shit.
you guys collectively carried the team there.
Luckily,
You
we
see
are
him
little people.
walk through the alley. He kind of stops and looks behind him.
No, they're not.
Hmm?
Tieflings are huge horned.
They're
Demon-
They're
demonic
human-sized
with
people.
tails.
Are they?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Human
I
size
wish they
with
were
tails.
smaller.
No.
No. No.
They're human. It's basically if a demon.
My miniature lied
Fuck.
to me then.
TEFLING.
You have spatial
Yeah.
recognition problems.
Yeah. We're horned humans.
It's actually-
No, we
yeah.
have horns.
You guys know how that?
Little
You know how I know that
No.
tiefling's a German word? Because
Is that LIN?
It's the IE. it's the IE. Because in my name it's
Yeah.
EI, so we
Yeah.
say it I, and in
Right.
German if it's
Is E.
Huh.
Yep, no IE, it's E.
Yeah.
So tieflings. German words.
You didn't know what it.
As he looks over his shoulder, you guys have this moment of like, oh, we're totally engaged doing something else, and just keeping your peripheral vision on him. He moves into the shadows in the alleyway. You guys pursue behind him. You can hear the sounds of footsteps as the crowd recedes behind you. This is kind of a narrower space. It's only about 7 feet wide. And the large crates and boxes and the many barrels and satchels of God knows what that's being stored back here. And the occasional, eloping couple.
Oh shit.
You try not to make it too obvious that there are 3 of you passing through this space at the same time. There is
Being very still.
somebody in front of you that is moving away, a cloak draped around their shoulders. Just based on what you know and how fast this guy was walking, you feel like he may be donning a different presentation so as to avoid being followed. At this point in time, we're going to do a small chase scene. So,
What?
small chase scene.
We're chasing him now.
yeah,
okay.
you guys are chasing
All right,
him,
you
but
hustled that real quick. I got you.
It's a slow chase. It's not a
We're
run.
not like he doesn't know we're chasing type
Yeah.
of thing.
Unless
It
someone
is
rolls really
still
good.
sneaky.
So, I'm going to need you guys to roll for initiative.
I can do that. Which dice do I want?
I've realized that tieflings have a lot of features.
Devin and Matthew,
Mhm.
you're not there, but false life dice.
False life dice.
Oh, I
What?
can't. That's a terrible look.
What do you say?
3 initiative.
Oh, I got good initiative. 7.
Dude, this character's really working out for you, man.
8.
You're really doing well.
8.
Wow.
I've got Matthew's rolling skills.
What is
which
your what's your dexterity modifier?
My dexterity modifier, are you at the very top or
The number. What's the big number?
the big number's 12?
12?
Dexterity.
Okay. Gotcha.
Ooh, mine is 4 or 16. Ding.
You're a monkey.
Perfect. As you guys begin into this journey, he's gonna go first. Moving at an uninhibited pace through a familiar territory, he's going to take his full 35 feet of movement to move away from you guys. He is not currently aware of your presence that you can tell, and he seems to just be moving at a brisk but calm pace.
Before we get this started, I would just like to know: should we stick together and act like we are or should we kind of split up and
We'll do our normal hand thing for splitting up. We'll go be like, go.
It's difficult in this space to not look like you're traveling together
Okay.
because of the light
Unless
behind
you're a
you.
monk.
Unless you're not.
Unless you're a monk.
So there is that. You do, and you guys are aware of this, but you can do your best if you would like to take your action each round to make a performance check
Yes.
to avoid detection, or a stealth check, stealth or performance, I'll say.
Or to get up.
Zor, you are up. What do you want to do? He's moved about 35 feet away from you. There's the distance between you at this point is probably grown to be about 70 feet.
Cool.
The alley is long and
I'm
straight.
gonna signal to my siblings that I'm gonna take the middle, head straight for him, follow straight him, and take him. So I'm going to use. I'm going to take my full 30.
Okay.
To try to get close to him.
Okay.
And then and I guess I can take my dash, but I don't want to be like.
Yeah. You just want
You
to
know
burst
what I
off.
mean?
So,
Yeah.
Something that we've never talked about for pursuits is you can dash a number of times. In a chase scene, you can dash a number of times equal to your Constitution modifier plus 3. In a pursuit. We've never talked about this. This is an old rule that I've just let slide consistently because math, but there's only 3 of you now, so I'm feeling confident in this one.
So I can dash.
What's your Constitution modifier?
Is it +1?
+1.
2?
So you can dash 4 times in a chase before you start taking points of exhaustion. So if you dash a 5th time, it's a point of exhaustion, but you do get the dash.
Okay.
So if it's worth it, it's worth it, you know?
Yeah, so I also have cunning action, which allows me as a bonus action to dash again.
Still falls under
It
the
still
same
falls
rule.
under
Yes.
the thing of like,
Yeah, 'cause
okay.
we all get
You can,
Oh,
but
yeah.
you can take 2 dashes in one turn. It's just going to consume 2 of your 4.
Okay.
Make
cool.
sense?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna dash
Okay.
to get close in a little bit closer, still remaining incognito. And
Okay.
whatever.
As
How
you
close am I now?
briskly walk, he's only about 15 feet in front of you.
Light
You
and
can,
flip, baby.
you are very. That's your. You're using your movement and your bonus action, right?
No,
Or
I'm
you're
using
moving
my
your movement
action.
and your action.
I'm moving my movement and my action.
Okay.
Because the action, I can move, and then action is the
Yeah.
dash.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is just my
It is not
30
that
plus an
yes,
additional 30,
yes,
right?
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
30
So
feet
how
is
close
so
am I
weak.
now?
You're about 15 feet from him.
Okay, cool. So I'm good. I'm good. I'm just gonna kind of
Yeah.
yeah.
As you kind of stumble, over a foot of a woman who's kind of kicked her heel up, you turn and look. It's actually a dude who's kicked his heel up this time, and you have this moment of like, isn't that nice?
Yeah.
As they're having like this beautiful romantic makeout session in a dirty alley. You almost stumble to the point of making sound, and you catch yourself in upright through years of training and practice of knowing where your body is and sneaking around and having to break and enter into buildings quietly. You upright yourself, and you see there's a slight cock of the head, but not too much, and you feel confident that he's otherwise unaware. Next is going to be Creel.
Ooh, with my 9,
7.
I rolled a 3.
7. Oh, you rolled 3. Ooh,
You got a 9 or you got a 7?
we got 7.
He got
That's what I
it.
thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got 8.
Are there building? Like, are we walking around a bunch of buildings?
Yeah, the buildings vary from sometimes only 10 feet, but the buildings around them, especially the newer ones or additions to older
What is,
buildings,
like,
can
taller?
stretch up to upwards of 30 feet, 35 feet.
And they're like what would you say the gaps are in between buildings?
There's
on this
actually, it's more of like 6 or 7 buildings that are attached, or one large building
street? Okay.
that can be, somewhere in the neighborhood of 70 to 100 feet long, and then there's small side alleys or waterways, or sometimes there's an actual bigger opening that, would split off into a different area, maybe onto another main street.
I would like to use my step of the wind wings unfurled, and I can now fly 50 feet. I would like to kind of hop up on top of a building. Like, as he's going, I'm going to like
Is that an
literally
action
like
or a bonus action?
if he's a
Yeah, what?
Can we can't. Can we?
No.
He's a tiefling?
It's his monk.
Oh, got it.
His
Okay.
monk route that he went.
it says when I use step of the wind, which
He's a
doesn't
milkman.
You have other things that you can do though, like blip in between shadows.
it is bonus action.
Okay.
So I will literally, like, the next building where there's a crack, I'm just going to kind of step into the crack and jump.
Okay. And as you
in
leap
my-
upward into the air, the wings spreading out from behind you,
Cool.
it is just a beautiful. It's not. It's more of a fur. It's not leathery. It's not skin. It's this velvety, wonderful textured, almost suede-like material in between the fingers, the spines of your wings as you soar above the roofs, just bursting out. Anyone that might have been up here, including that very small cat that seems to scramble off at the sudden appearance of a flying demon, would be impressed, if nothing else.
And when I get to the roof, I'm going to begin, like, following him from up top.
Okay. Are you
I
flying
have
from
a
up top?
view. I can only fly for 1 turn, so it's only
I
6
see.
seconds.
I see.
So as soon as I get up there, I'm basically now going to
You
be
have about-
hopping and jumping.
So he's about 70 feet in front of you. You've moved up 30 feet, and you have about 20 feet of movement, so you can get within, whatever hypotenuse that is. Math hard.
I will use my
90
20
feet.
feet of movement. That means
To
he
move
would be
forward.
about 50 feet in front of me.
I think it would be more if I'm not
Well,
mistaken.
at an angle he would be more,
Yeah,
but I'm
the
talking
angle. But yeah,
verticals.
if it was, he's only about
Verticals,
50
I don't want to
feet.
get in front of him.
Yeah, he's
I
only
want
about
to
50
stay-
feet.
So I'm going to be about,
Gotcha.
50 feet behind him.
Gotcha.
And I will see my sister and track her as well.
Okay. Yeah, it's not hard to tell. You can see there's this kind of crimson burn to the tips of her horns that poke out from her rather wavy, beautiful hair. It's almost like a continuous burning ember, but just ever so slight.
You know what? Actually, I'm going to use my dash on this one. I
Okay.
will do that. I only get 4 of those according to your Constitution rule, so I will mark one.
That's in the DMG for both of you.
Yeah,
That's cool.
No, I feel you.
Good to know.
So I'm going to burn mine. So I'm going to try to stay about 5 feet behind him, basically. Obviously, he's 30 feet down.
Yeah. So you
But
want
5 feet behind him, where I'm like, if I look over, he's like straight down 5 feet,
Okay. So what's your speed?
50.
50.
God damn.
So yeah, you can get that full 45 feet. You can close that gap.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Your 30 is not.
Yeah, clearly.
Are you wearing armor?
No, I chose not to pick armor.
I was gonna say your unarmored movement
Oh,
only
I know.
counts if you're unarmored.
I literally was going through all the armor, and I'm like, nope, that gives me disadvantage athletics.
No,
Nope,
it's
that gives
literally-
me disadvantage at this. Nope. I'm
It's
like,
literally
no
for
armor.
monks. If you're wearing armor, it takes away like 15 to 20 feet of
yeah,
movement.
no. We chose not to wear armor.
Yeah.
So I'm,
Plus, when you're
my armor
unarmored,
class is low.
when you're unarmored, you get to add your dexterity modifier to your or your constitution. It's constitution. I can't
Okay.
remember. You get dexterity
Still
and
pretty low.
constitution.
Yeah.
Either
My
way.
dex is high, my
Gotcha.
con is low.
Gotcha. Okay. Perfect. So
We'll
you
take
are
it.
about 5 feet behind him.
Thank you very much.
Billy.
I'm just going to take my 30 speed,
Okay.
and then I'm going to dash,
Okay.
and then my, what did you say, Constitution? It's +3.
It's +3, so you get 4 of those around. And I'm marking this down. So
Well, hers is
I have
plus 3, she gets
it's 3 plus.
plus her 3.
Oh, +3. I'm sorry. Yes. So you get 6. You're right.
Yeah, no, we only got +1.
6 what?
You get 6 dashes. 6 dashes.
Holy shit.
What else is still in there for?
6 dashes.
Not
Before,
before.
before you get exhausted.
6
Before.
dashes.
6 dashes.
I want to be right next to sister.
Okay. As you feel that you have made your way very quickly forward, and you're like confident in your abilities, just like I'm so good at this.
I'm so
Quickly
good at this.
behind you, you feel somebody looping arms with you, and there's this moment of like, ah, and you go to dash, like stab with your dagger, and you realize, oh, that's my sister, and you guys right as rain, kind of giggling quietly to yourselves. Make a performance. I'll let you two make a performance check
Two
for that
people
one.
looks less suspicious than 3 people, you know? Looks like you're meant to be together.
13.
Oof.
20.
Hey! Whoa!
That's a girl.
Okay.
13's not bad.
There's a moment where, as you kind of close the gap, it's the heavy footfalls, and there's a lot of commotion going on in this alley all of a sudden. And you see he kind of stiffens and he turns his head, and you can just barely see the whites of his eyes as he kind of turns and he pulls himself to the side and, ladies.
Giggling. Thanks, I guess. Thank you. And a little cute.
Yeah, we like rub shoulders as
We're
we're
like,
walking
yeah.
by. We're like,
Okay.
is he cute?
Is he cute?
I mean, he's older. He's an older human.
Yo, old people
Is
can
he-
be cute.
He's got
Is he
salt and
a
pepper.
silver
Yeah,
fox?
he's got
Yeah,
the
silver
gray
fox.
developing
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
silver
and he, you know, you
He's
can see there's
daddy.
a large like scar that's healed
Ooh,
many
yeah.
times
Okay.
over
He's
across
he's
his
damaged.
jaw.
I like that.
But he's fit. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Hazily green eyes with just a very
So, Krill
sunwarm.
is still behind us? Wait,
He's
like-
Krill is on roof above you.
Okay, so he could be behind us. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
We
How
just
long
gotta
is this
pass-
alley?
It's very long.
Because I'm like,
It's
we
very-
literally just
Wait,
moved.
so
It
if
is-
we're
it
in
is
the
an-
initiative fighting, we could like just like, oh yeah, we passed him, or
You guys
How
have
does
passed
it
him
work?
at this point.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
He's he's gestured
Oh,
for you
that's
to
right.
pass.
It's his turn. Okay.
It's
sorry.
his turn. Okay,
He's
yeah,
gesturing
sorry.
for you to
Okay.
pass,
Okay.
and he's giving you a
You
small
got
bow.
too close is what he's saying.
And he's giving you a small bow as to let you pass. He is not moved, and he is holding his turn to move after you have passed.
Okay,
Got
yeah.
it.
We just act shy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So is this like a free turn then?
No,
Ultimately?
that was his turn.
No, for us to move past him, or we have to wait for our turn to do something.
Yeah.
Well, it's your turn right now. And
My turn right
everything happens at the same time. It's not like you move, then
Right, that's
she
what I'm saying.
moves.
Yeah.
It's
I'm talking
you
about us
move
reacting.
together.
It's all a 6-second.
Yeah, it's all within 6 seconds.
I'm trying to remember quickly. I'm doing the anime thinking in my head really, really fast.
Mhm.
The goal was to not kill him.
Yeah.
No, we do not kill him. We want to follow him to mansion.
You're in the
Egg
air.
Egg.
But no,
I
I'm
know.
assuming we talked about it beforehand.
We're a one-shot, all right, brother?
Cool. Then I'm just going to hold
Your
my
big egg.
I want to hold a dash
Okay.
that if he starts to like vamoose and like book it,
Yes.
that I want to immediately chase in the direction that he was going.
So, if you hold your action, you can hold your action to move, or
Oh,
you can
okay.
hold your action to dash. But you can't do both. And even if you held your action to dash, it'd just be holding your action to move.
Okay, because
Because that's what he's doing right now. He's waiting for you to pass. Then he is going to take his movement.
Right, it'd be
So
like
if
if somebody
I-
being like, come on, lady.
so if I move,
Mhm.
just like move like
Yeah, you just
with
take
him
your
sitting
movement.
like just take a step,
Mhm.
then like gotta wait for my sister to make a decision. Then if he like after Billy moves, then if he books it on his turn, I want to hold my action to dash after him. It's
So
ultimately what I want to try to do.
you,
Or
c-
would
you
that
couldn't
not work?
do both. So basically, what the way you would spell that one out is you are holding your movement to follow Billy's lead, or you can take the lead
Okay.
and move yourself
Okay.
in advance.
Okay, then I will.
But
do
you
that.
can't dash if you're holding your action.
Okay.
You can only hold one action. So
Okay,
even
which is movement, and you're saying, okay,
Yes.
got it, cool. Then
Okay.
I am going to hold.
Okay.
Because he goes before Billy, so I'm gonna let Billy make the
No, I
decision.
go next.
You go right after
Actually-
me. No, you don't.
he goes
No.
next.
Oh, him and then me and then him.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'll hold my movement
Okay.
and decision making. with
Perfect.
Billy.
As I look over and see that they are passing, I am going to just kind of wait back behind him a little bit and see
Okay.
what he does. And
Okay.
I'm going to try to track him, I know it's more than 5 feet, but 5 feet behind him on roof
Mhm.
level.
Mhm.
If we were on
And you're on feet now, right?
yes.
Okay.
And if I need to make jump, let me know.
So you're holding your
voice
your
with that
movement to try and follow.
Correct.
Got you. All right, Billy. What are you doing?
I am going to
Hold her action for me.
Everybody's holding
hold my
action.
action for her.
Hold my shit.
So when she goes, I go.
Well,
but
she will
I'm
move.
not gonna go because she's not gonna go. I'm just kidding.
What,
It's this
DM?
decision of like, it's
What,
just like,
DM?
it's that like where it's where you're like you're trying to
she
get
knows
past
that
somebody,
we
and you're
know
like,
that she knows that we know.
Yeah.
and you're just like you keep sidestepping with the person.
As he did this, you guys should just be like, and I fall on my face.
No,
Very quick.
they don't know that we know that they know we know. Anyone?
Oh
Anyone?
man, that's Friends.
Yep. Okay.
I've never watched.
I know
Okay,
that.
no,
No.
we're not talking about this. I cannot.
They don't know that we know that they know that we know. And who is
Um,
Joey, right? Joey's caught in the middle of this.
Stupid, yeah.
Okay, so we're like, hey, thank you, and then pass him.
Okay. You take your full movement. You don't have to take your full movement.
Okay.
What's around us?
Okay, around you there are 3 large crates stacked in kind of a pyramid shape
Is
that
there-
he's
is there
kind
any
of pulled
vendors?
himself. From where you're standing, there is an alleyway about 15 feet in front of you and to the right, and another one that's about 20 and to the
Okay.
left. In this alley, no, there is trash. There is some storage containers, things like that. very small windows that just seem to be more of like portholes to allow air to flow through a building,
Okay.
but no doors or access ways like that. And it continues on for about 40 more feet before it makes about a 35 to 45 degree turn to the right.
Okay, so I'm gonna go 15 feet and then take the right.
Okay, perfect. And you're following suit.
Yes.
And then hold my attack if needed. My unarmed strike, I guess.
Okay, so you take your movement to move forward the 15 feet, and you're just hiding behind that corner.
Mm-hmm.
And you're holding. What's the trigger for your attack?
If I get jumped or something.
Like if he comes after
Yeah,
you.
if he comes at
Okay.
us.
So you're swinging second, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna pretend like nothing's happened, but if he pursues me.
Gotcha. Okay. As you guys pass into the alleyway, you can see from your vantage point, he watches them carefully. And as they turn into the alleyway, you see his shoulders kind of relax. And he starts trudging back along. As he moves up the 15 feet, you see he turns, and as it's kind of this
Turns
casual
which way?
glance. So he's just turning his head. And
To
as he
the-
turns and sees you, you see his body stiffen again, and he takes off like a bullet.
Oh my god.
He
And
sees
he
the
starts
enemy
running.
again?
Yes.
Did you guys peek out?
No,
No,
we
You
just
guys are
turned
standing
as
in
if
the
we were
alley, right?
walking. Yeah.
I mean, we could
And
only
waiting
go.
on the other side of the corner. That was my understanding.
Well, our back should be like turned because we're
I
like
would
walking
imagine-
away, right? Yeah, because if
I
you're
mean,
I was
straight,
under the
it's
impression
like,
they
no.
were like doing like the super sleuth.
Oh
No, no.
Oh.
That'd be
Okay,
so.
okay, okay,
No,
okay.
we're
I was like,
There's only one way to have
pretending
to
like
go.
we're going.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
we're not.
gotcha,
Our backs
gotcha,
are like.
gotcha.
Turn around.
I
or
was gonna
anything.
say,
Yeah.
oh shit.
No, we're not. Like we're not like this around the corner.
That was my interpretation.
No.
I apologize. Okay. So you guys are just kind of like
We're
getting to
giggling
that
girls.
20,
Yeah,
25
yeah,
foot away.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
We're still
Okay.
pretending like we're talking, giggling, laughing.
Yeah.
Just pretending like nothing
Okay.
happened.
Okay. Perfect. Gotcha.
With our
That makes-
guns, like.
Yeah, I was like, this isn't gonna go well. Like, I mean, he's just gonna turn and look at you. But okay, cool.
Oh god.
He makes note of you, and you see he kind of nods his head and continues on, and still picks up the pace. You notice a quickness to his step. At this point, he makes a sharp left at the 20-foot alley to the left.
My imagination said that I was on his left side. I'm just throwing that out there right now.
I
don't
see.
know what
I had you
thought.
on the right, but we
Okay.
can, because we didn't
I am
clarify.
I even stepped to left on my
Perfect.
yes.
You watch as he makes his way down the left side of alley. He moves about 45 feet away from his original position, which puts him about 3/4 of the way through this little side branch.
We should turn the
I know.
other way. We can still
Is
go.
it my turn?
Actually, it's your turn.
My turn, right? Okay.
Mhm.
I am then going to so looking over my shoulder that way.
Mhm.
Is this like now a populated street with shops on the side? Is that what
So
we're looking at now?
straight. So the alley is behind you. You
Alley's
guys are
behind
on a
us.
side alley,
We're a
and in
side
front of you there. It looks like a cotton candy shop, honestly.
Okay.
Dead in front of you. It's like the street comes to a T, and on the other side of that T, there's a large, warm, well-lit interior with all sorts of candies and confections and treats of every little. It's like going into a Willy Wonka shop.
Okay. So looking over my shoulder.
As you
the
look
way
over your
he
shoulder,
went.
it's difficult to perceive where you're at. Like you can barely make out his cape as it's kind of drifting behind him. You can't quite see into the next street or whatever's beyond.
Okay. So
It's
then
bad. It's a bad angle.
So then I'm going to then like pull Billy, but like to move to the alley that he went, but I don't want to turn the corner.
I see. So now we're super sleuthing.
Yes.
Gotcha. And you know
Yes.
we're taking corners.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
You guys are
Not
about to
turn the
look
corner.
and not see him.
But trying to like, and then like also having a head on swivel to see if anyone's following us.
Gotcha. Make a perception check for me.
Will do.
And I'll say, oh yeah,
18.
18.
Yeah, this would be hard with a lot of people.
It would be. See, trying to govern these rules with a lot of people is difficult. But with 3 of you, it's great because now I can teach you, and then you guys can teach everybody else.
Yep.
And it's great. So as you kind of press yourself up against the stone building, the cool night air has created a kind of dewy mist layer. And as your fingers pressed up against it, there's this heat transference, and you feel this kind of shiver go down your spine. As you glance around the corner, you can see he's walking briskly away from you. And you kind of take your second to look around, and you don't see anybody at this point that seems to be paying more attention to you.
Excellent.
What would you like to do?
Not knowing if you guys are following or not.
Yeah, you are.
I'm
Oh,
going
because you moved with him, so you're already out. Okay, got it. Okay.
at the corner he turned at. I'm going to cast Thaumaturgy with a very light cry of a raven, just a, just like the lightest little sound of raven right there at that corner.
Cool.
Aren't ravens more of a caw? I thought it was like the
Yeah.
Oh,
Raven-
yeah.
Ravens are one of the most intelligent birds.
Ravens have a very extensive language, just from animal biology.
I remember this now.
Yeah, ravens and turkeys. Wow.
Yeah, I thought turkeys were stupid, and I guess they're really intelligent.
Very
hard to
intelligent
find.
creatures. Yeah.
They're like
Most birds are. They're very smart.
Birds are just smart in
I
general.
like birds.
Per brain size, birds are smart. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna keep following him, and I'm gonna kind of cut the building in the direction I know he's going, so I don't have to take the full L of the building.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
gonna
gonna.
but I'm gonna still stay about.
Yeah, it's
5
only
feet
about
behind
30
him.
feet to get to the next corner.
Yeah, and I'm very, very rarely am I going to peek over, except when I know there's a turn, basically.
I'll let you make thaumaturgy because it's inspired, and make a stealth check for me because you're trying to be sneaky about peeking over the side.
Do I get advantage since I'm up top on a roof?
I would have let you if you did just that, but with the extra thaumaturgy, that's pretty good.
What's wrong
I couldn't
with
even
you?
hit the freaking. Okay,
That's
there we
3.
go. We all get to see it.
Is that a 1?
3 misses there, bud.
Woof. That is a natural 1.
Oh yeah. Okay. For a total of
4.
So, for me lord. Where are we going with this story? Right. We'll come back to that. What are you doing?
Knowing brothers Kaka.
Yeah, it's the sound of a very
Well, we all
I
can
wanna say
thaumaturgy, so we
rap-
probably
I
all
won't-
use it.
yeah, very common communication for you guys.
Yeah.
You recognize it immediately and duck out of the way.
So I know.
Just a.
I know what way it came from. Okay, so
And you can see your sister's pressed up against the wall.
I'm gonna go.
On the roof, and I got a 1.
Probably a shingle will fall.
Right? That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna kick something
So
off.
I'm gonna
or some
I'm gonna
shit.
take my full speed of 30
Mhm.
and then dash
I got a 1.
once in
You
the
need one dash.
direction I heard his Kaka.
Okay. I mean, it's pretty easy to see where she's at and where she's
Did you
pressed up
dash?
against the wall.
No,
No,
we
you
didn't
guys-
have to go that far.
You guys didn't have to go that far.
Oh,
It's only
okay.
it's only about 30 feet away from you.
Oh, okay. Do we know he went? We don't know who went left.
No, we do.
We do.
Yeah, because we
She
saw him.
she confirmed it. You probably wouldn't have been from your vantage point, but you can. I would say it's not hard to surmise based on her positioning where he went. It's not like you're mysteriously wondering about it.
Okay. I get about 10 feet in front of her.
Okay,
I'm at the
right now
corner.
she's at the
Oh, you're
corner.
at the corner.
So I'm at the corner
Oh,
of
at
it.
the left area.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm at the corner and he's down this way. So I'm literally right here looking.
Oh, okay. No,
Yeah.
I'm behind her, and we're sneakily with the guns.
Yeah, super
Oh,
sleuth.
that's
Now
our
we're,
daggers
now we're super
in
sleuth.
hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really want to make it the epic super sleuth, you can go to the other corner
Oh
so that
shit!
you can like breach at the
Oh,
same time. You know?
Not suspicious. 2 girls like.
Trying to up against the wall.
No one else is following us.
Don't worry, I rolled a now one. So.
As you
Yeah.
catch up to your sister and kind of press your body up against the wall, trying to maintain this quiet composure that you're very used to, you hear this
Hopefully
loud
perception.
clanging sound of some sort of hard object hitting a metal something, and then the cry of a cat as it is injured in some sort of way. This and you see it kind of jumping from roof to roof. You rubbing your forehead where your horns made contact with the large metal bar that you weren't paying attention to, and just staring as the cat runs away, feeling the claw marks across your calf. Yes, you are off the side.
Okay, so you can't see me.
But
You're gonna fall
So
off.
also I'm gonna hold my dagger attack unless I get attacked.
Gotcha.
Or when I get attacked.
No worries. Looking around, I will say,
And I
with your
say fucking brother.
collective, there's one person who's had some. I mean, you have contributed. I will say that. Collectively, you guys have passed through this, and as you spend the next 30 minutes following him through ritzier and nicer parts of the town, you see that that was a great laugh.
Sorry.
You see he approaches a large estate with these wrought iron gates around it and white marbled stonework everywhere. There's grass that extends outward. This whole estate covers probably about 4 or 5 acres, which in this city is an impressive bit of land because everything seems to be kind of built on top of each other, almost in a New York-esque way. In this city, space is everything, and this one estate seems to take up the majority of this area. There are other beautiful homes, but the tile roof and the well-lit interior, the large glass windows, each one of them with beautiful wrought iron framing to them, with a God, what do they call that? I can't remember. Never mind, it's not important. No, it's still gonna
Or
bother
is it
me.
important?
No, it's one of the things I try to.
Or easy.
I want to say filigree, but that's not the right word.
Where's Matthew when you need him? Because I got nothing for you.
I know. It's
Right?
like
I'm
it's like
eh.
it's like shit that's like carved into.
Runes?
No, but like yeah, but no.
That's all I got for you, sorry.
It's like decorative carvings that are part of a relief on a structure, and it's gonna bother me. I need Matthew for this one, but that's okay.
Yeah, Matthew's
He's on it.
He's
He knows
so good
exactly
with
where.
your
You've
Yep.
never played Pictionary with him. Not
No,
Pictionary,
you never want to
Dictionary.
pay. You never want to play Pictionary.
Don't want to play Scrabble.
Scrabble.
Scrabble. Thank you. Oh my
Yep.
god.
I'm not gonna think
Anyways, as you guys approach the gate, you can see finding different places. As you guys find different places to hide in the shadows, you watch as the number 4 guard meets what appears to be 2 of the other guards just outside this gate.
Oh shit.
And after just a few moments, 2 more trickle in. They kind of collect up as a group and enter through the gates, which seem to just open by themselves and then close by themselves. As you stare at the estate of the governess, what you feel is the estate of the governess, with your plot in mind, knowing that there is a vault somewhere underneath your feet. That's where we're going to take a break, because there's no better time than now. That's a cliffhanger.
Yeah. Little cliffhanger.
Little cliffhanger. We'll see what happens. So stick around. We'll be back. Get your new beers and empty your bladders. We'll see you soon. And we're back. Before we left off, you guys were in hot pursuit, or slow, cool pursuit of...
Yeah.
Really cool, really cool.
Really cool. Of a rather auspicious individual carrying a package to a location. You have arrived at this manor and making a slight hop and skip, finding a good area to maneuver your way over the walls and feeling that it is rather safe. You find an area to enter onto the estate. At this point, the estate stretches out in front of you. The main building that you can tell, the large hall and foyer area that you can see from this distance, is only about 400 feet away from you, but it is a lot of open space. Immediately in front of you, there is a garden, kind of like a shrubbery garden to the sides of it that you are welcome to make your way through, and likely the more safe path, or you can just try and run as fast as you can across open
I
field.
feel like, though, that we would have at least conversed ahead of time about it. Could you allow us 5 to 3 minutes to discuss now?
I'll give you
Maybe
guys,
like minute or two, yeah.
give you guys 2 minutes.
To all the way back
Because
to
we
past.
could have talked about this.
Well,
already.
as
Thank
we're
you.
sitting in front gate.
Hey, there's the guy over there.
Right, yeah.
I think we should go
Are we
to the
gonna-
garden, get on top of house.
Yeah, because I'm assuming that we don't know the location of the egg, or we do know the location.
We
of
do
the egg,
not.
The details. Okay, cool.
There was
It's in the
no
middle of the
details.
house,
There was
right?
no details given to us about the egg.
Okay, cool. So I think
I mean, there are details about the egg specifically. There's a drawing of it.
Right, we know what the egg looks like. We don't know where
Do
it
we
is.
have the drawing?
Gotcha. It's in a vault.
I also
below
have
the house.
jeweler's tools.
We were
to
told
inspect
vault.
as well, for some reason.
Yes.
Oh.
You should all have thieves' tools at the very least. And you're all proficient with them.
Yes, yes.
So I think you're right. I think we should definitely go through the garden, but I think we should go try to go through
Roof or does it look like 2-story house, 1-story house?
It could be 3 stories in some places, but it really just looks like a ridiculously vaulted ceiling.
Are there any of those weird like little tiny windows at bottom of house for like basement?
Like a
windows?
basement?
Oh yeah.
Make a perception check for me.
Ooh, yeah.
Can I help him with that?
Yeah.
Advantage, boy. Brother. Good job.
Oh.
That was.
Ooh,
I
minus
want you
1
guys to know that
perception.
he's the -1 in the group.
Whoa! What are you doing?
I got 15.
Roll
Not
again.
bad. Not bad.
Roll again. You have
Yeah,
advantage.
I rolled twice.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Rolled
Well,
15 and
Uh,
16.
okay.
We took the 16 minus the 1.
You should not be
15.
As you
Anything.
kind of like
Yeah, right.
peer around,
Shit,
your
man.
sisters are like super hyper focused on like different areas. They're like, is that a door? Is that a secret door? Can I pull on that brush? And you're sitting there just kind of like, nope, there are no windows. And truly, there are no lower level basement windows that you can see from your perspective.
Like a.
Not
Okay,
little hatch.
I'm thinking
With
that
that
it was a
perception,
mansion. They
a
have
cellar.
a place
cellar,
where food
yes.
is being dropped
Uh,
off and stuff like that through the living, like the servant quarters or something, so the food can be brought for the whole entire mansion.
It is okay, we don't know yet, but
I
maybe
imagine
we-
most mansions do.
Maybe we
that.
go to the
Yeah.
garden and take another look.
For what you know of the higher class societies,
Right.
and that typically is true. Interesting point, they just walked through the front door of this stuff. 5 of them walked in, carrying 2 packages into the front of the building. And that was it.
Oh, so they really legit were buying fish and not weaponry or something to kill us.
I mean,
He
it was
buys fish.
packages about this
He
long.
buys fish all the time at 5 p.m. is what we were told.
Yeah.
Through the front door.
Should
God,
we go
really?
through a window or
They really brought that through the front door? What kind of household is this?
should we pretend we have
Front,
package?
it's, I mean, the front, when I say front door, it's, you're talking about 20-foot doors that are
Right.
probably about 4 to 5 feet wide each.
Well, the guy knows our face, so I don't think that'd be a smart idea to do. I think going through the garden, maybe finding back door,
Yeah.
making our way in.
Yeah, I think we should go through the garden as well, and then take another look when we're on the other side of the garden. Maybe like find something to
Yeah.
do. Okay.
By a bedroom window, or
Yeah. We'll figure it out as we go.
bathroom window, lavatory.
You
Oh, they
fly
say
around.
planning ahead is just bad
The only
Okay.
time that planning didn't work.
all the time.
So which way are you
It
going to go?
never
We're
works.
gonna go to the garden, please.
Through the garden.
Mhm.
Make stealth checks for me, if you would.
All right, we're gonna keep switching.
Oh,
our
and what
dice
did you guys
until we
passive
find one
perception?
that's
I'm
super
sorry.
Lucky.
That's something I should have asked earlier.
My
Passive perception is 13.
Ooh, so good. Mine is a 9.
You are not captain.
13. 13.
I just accidentally rolled a.
You have two sisters holding you up, man. What are we rolling?
Stealth.
12.
24, baby.
18.
I rolled a
Okay.
19.
As you guys have found your prize, or at least the area in which you know you have to inspect, you feel more confident and more in the zone, especially your little brother, who seems to kind of pull himself together in this moment. It's working time, and we're all aware of it. Pressing in through the garden, there are many sculptures and busts of famous people, individuals. There's a small, God, oh man, let me make sure I'm not using this word wrong.
A gnome? Garden gnome or real gnome? Punch the garden gnome.
There is a small, as you're walking through, they're golden colored flowers. And there's a brief epitaph written on it. What languages do you guys speak?
Ooh,
Common, Infernal, and Thieves' Cant.
Abyssal, Common, Giant, Infernal.
Common, Draconic, Infernal, Luxodon, random, and Undercommon.
Interestingly enough, it is written in Luxodon.
Oh no. We are robbing a. There's this guy from like many years ago named Fan.
Oh, he died.
Like a little friend of yours?
Watched him on the ViewTubes.
Oh, you look like this.
Through my
What does this
crystal.
mean? It's crystal
The end.
flat. The epitaph is short but sweet.
We're
To the
all
patriarch of a noble and powerful empire, you will be missed.
Aww.
And there is a name beneath it.
Oh.
The corn-colored roses and the name which you recognize to be Guanapo.
I got chills.
sea chills.
Wait, what year? The same year?
Well, what year did he die? No, it doesn't, because that hasn't happened yet.
Fan might still be alive right now.
Fan might still be alive right now.
Well,
I
hold on,
let the
someone-
dogs live long time.
Someone has a bust of Guanapo in
It
their
is not a
house.
bust, it's an epitaph. It is a solid marble, basically stone. It's like a rectangular stone. It's probably about 2.5 feet wide,
Just a
and it
little,
is
like,
just
dedication,
carved
you know?
into.
You know where someone dies and they usually put the little tiny like placard in stone and
Yeah.
it's like
It's not quite a headstone. It's not a gravestone. It's just
right.
like a tribute. It's a
dedication.
tribute or a dedication to a person.
Or you ever see like a bench with
Like a
somebody's
stone,
name
the
on it?
benches or like the street signs or whatever.
You need to get out more.
I'm sorry, I don't know much about death.
Wait, are
I
you
can
like
teach
serious?
you.
I've never seen epitaph.
Epitaph. PH.
Okay.
Nobody? Okay, I'll take that one.
I liked it. And
You
you said we're in the
You're making your way through the garden. This is just something
we're
you
in the
notice.
city of Aurora though.
You are in the city of Aurora.
Far off from
Goodfellow and from
many,
It's
many,
just-
many
Gatling.
It's
across
just
the whole
crazy.
So
city.
you wouldn't know
Actual
anything
thing.
really about.
No, this is more for like future DM
Don't
credit.
you worry. Don't you worry. You'll get it.
Oh, it's just it's a phrase of words. It's not an
Yes.
actual thing. It's just a phrase of words on something.
Yeah. It's usually
Wow,
in like
this has changed
dedication.
so much
Sorry,
for me
yeah,
in the
sorry.
last like couple seconds. Oh my god, so
As
much
you guys-
went through my brain.
As you guys make your way downtown through the garden, you find that there is a small servant's door that seems to be open, and just not like open but unlocked. This is probably, from what you can tell, the safest way into the building.
Okay, we're gonna go up and check out the door
Stealthily.
stealthily.
Okay. With those stealth rolls, you are capable of just opening the door and looking in quickly. It doesn't seem to be trapped or anything like that. You feel confident. Moving in, you have the option of going up or going down.
I'm
It's kind of
going
a-
down.
You want to start below and work our way
It's
up?
I think it's Alicia Keys song. Yeah.
You want to start below and work our way up?
It's in. I thought it's not down.
It's up or down. I see 2 sets of stairs.
I'm down to go down.
Going down.
Okay.
Down,
You're going down.
You go down a set of stairs. There's a switchback and a second switchback. You've gone down about, from what you can tell, stealthily, about 30 feet down below. As you enter into this room, it is dimly lit by these kind of bright green orbs that just kind of float up against the wall. There's not like a chalice holding it or any kind of like.
Are they will-o'-the-wisps?
That's just a bright green light from what you can
Is it
tell.
an empty
You can,
room?
I mean, you can make a religion check to see if it's.
Oh, okay.
I'm going. Okay, can I make?
There may be
I want
traps.
to help as well.
Spiritual things, yeah.
Is there any like?
Not
just an
20.
empty
Oh
room?
hell yeah! I got 17.
useless.
No. From what you know about will-o'-the-wisps, no. It is not. It does not have any armatures to it. It is not.
Okay.
It does not have any extended body parts. It just seems to be some sort of light source.
Is the room just completely empty?
No, there are furs in here. There are. It looks like maybe some sort of like collection space for goods, or maybe like a storage unit in case of emergency. Everything is well organized, if not a little dirty, like a kind of a fine layer of dust has settled on everything. You can see on the ground there are some scrape marks where it looks like furniture has been moved around, but mostly it is crates full of furs or large animal pelts, some blankets. There are bits of clothing in a wardrobe. There's a chest that
So
when
this
you.
is storage.
It just seems like kind of like a storage room.
I want to look at
almost.
the ground, and I want us to follow the most heavily traveled part of the ground.
Well, it's pretty easy. As you enter this room, it's only about 5 feet long. Excuse me, 15 feet long. It's only about
Okay.
8 feet wide, and all of them are kind of stored up against the one wall. The room takes a sharp right-hand turn, and you realize this is less of a room and more of like a passageway, almost like a.
Okay.
It's leading on somewhere,
Cool.
but you can't see specifically from where you're at.
We keep
As you move forward, making a quick right and then another left after about 15 feet, you can see there is a door ahead of you that is closed. It's a simple oak door. It looks dark and heavy and has a brass handle knob to it.
I put my ear gently against the door.
Make a perception check for me.
18.
18.
Mm-hmm.
You do not hear anything from the other side, but as you reach down to turn the knob, it is locked.
Okay.
Get out that thieves kit. Or wait, what is it?
Yeah.
These tools.
These tools. Yeah. What would
You
we
do
need?
dexterity
Okay.
plus your proficiency modifier. So you have the tools to do the job. It takes dexterity. This is a dexterity-based challenge.
Plus
Plus your
dexterity.
dexterity modifier.
You're
Or
plus-
Oh no
dex-
no no no
It's
no.
your dexterity
Not
modifier.
save.
Not a save. It's a check.
Okay, I got
So it's your
plus
dexterity
1 for my
modifier
dex.
and your
plus
proficiency
3
bonus.
and my plus 4
Plus
proficiency.
one, not me.
I will try.
Go ahead.
My older sisters. Starting to look your age. Oh, we roll so well at this. Just.
2.
It is so
Really
good.
hating that sarcasm there.
It is so
I'm
good.
scared.
So
Ripping with sarcasm.
3 is the dexterity plus the 4. That's a 7 plus my 3 I rolled.
Oh my gosh.
10.
10.
That one is
Barely
in jail.
enough. As you feel your pick bend sharply, you correct it just the last second. You're not sure if you're going to be able to use these again,
Yep.
but the door does.
Oh wow.
Check the ground for any type of
I am going
spells
to
or any type of.
Make an investigation check for me.
Oh yes, traps.
Check
Plus
the
12
traps.
my investigation, man.
Check
What?
those traps.
Yeah. Plus 12, homie.
Does that include traps?
15.
There is not any
Whoa.
traps that
I'm
you can
going so
tell.
high shit.
You just
can
gotta
You always
high.
got that one that's like stupid
I
high.
want to
Yeah.
super slowly, like, peek my head in.
Okay. What you see is another room that is lit by these same green orbs on the wall. This room is about 20 feet by 20 feet, and there seems to be from where you're saying when the door opens, it opens to the right. To your left, there is a small like archway and another room beyond that that seems to be roughly the same depth as this one.
Do we hear like anyone coming?
With that perception check, no. You feel reasonably confident that there aren't a lot of people here right now.
Okay.
It's getting kind of later into the afternoon. It's about 7 o'clock. Most servants or helping hands around here would probably skedaddle.
Okay.
Shall we go head down that hallway?
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, so you enter the room. This room is looks like it has access, not like tools, like hand tools or like trowels to dig out dirt, rakes, hose, the tool kind, different types of pickaxes and things like that. This kind of looks like a mud room for all of the things that would be required to maintain that really beautiful garden up there. There's shears on the wall. Nothing too enticing in here.
Can I take the shears off the wall?
Yeah, you sure can.
I would like to pocket them.
Okay, go ahead and just use it as a scythe, but it would be a two-handed scythe in order to operate it, basically.
Do we feel like we're going the right direction? This is a stage whisper.
I feel like there's not many other directions to go.
We could trickle back and go up.
I feel like if we keep going, we might hit another staircase that goes up.
Okay.
think
I
so.
mean, there's gotta be a
I think so
staircase.
too. I think we're
This
on
is so
right.
big.
I think we're on right track.
Okay. You said there was a room. Or no, there was a door.
Yeah,
at
so
least,
this room that you're standing in with all these gardening supplies is only about 20 feet by 20 feet.
Mhm.
Up against it would be the northern wall. There is like an archway that's about 3 feet deep that leads into another room.
We'll take that one sneakily.
Mhm.
Okay.
Being aware of any traps or anything like that.
Yeah. With your investigation check, you feel confident that you're not encroaching on anything dangerous. As you enter into this room, there are some soils in haversacks that are kind of stored out throughout here. There's a very musty, humid smell in this room. The same green light washing over everything. It is just dirty in this room, and it's, as opposed to the previous like passageway that you were in, which is kind of storage for furs that's dusty. This is actually dirty, and it looks a little bit more used in here, more traveled, almost like you guys came in through the back door, something to that effect. It's just seems to be a room. There's benches lined with small budding plants, like
Sprouts.
saplings and sprouts, things like that. And it appears to be some sort of compost pile in the corner, and corn husks that just are scattered all across one side of the room. There is a door to your immediately in front of you. As you enter through the archway, you can see there's a door right in front of you on the opposite side of the room, and there's a door immediately to your right on the opposite side of the room. So you have a corner over there that's 23 feet away and 20 feet of...
We check both doors and see which way we want to go.
Yeah, see which one's.
Why did we not stop at a person who does like when you do recon where you check out the blueprints of a house?
Right?
Yeah.
Would have been real nice by now.
I'm a little nervous now.
Yeah.
Chris is.
I go up to the door.
Not crew.
What?
Nothing.
On the left.
I go to the right and check.
Okay, so there's a door over here and a door over here. You're going to this door,
Yeah,
you're
I'm
going
gonna
to this
just
door.
open it.
I'm
Okay.
going to stay
Um,
any metal ready.
And I'm not gonna see. I'm gonna put my ear up to it and see if I
I'll do
hear
the same
anything
thing.
first.
Make a perception check, both of you.
Hmm.
16.
Oh my god.
16.
Oh, that's
Um,
really burnt piece. What?
You are confident that there's nothing on the other side of the door.
8.
You swear you can hear you're not sure if it's your heart beating in your ear, like when you lay on a pillow and you can hear your heartbeat. It's similar to that, but you almost feel like you're imagining it. It could be footsteps, it could be the sound of something shifting, and you have this like tense moment of like, I don't know.
I go.
I'm
I
gonna say
signal.
not this door.
I signal and be like, no
Okay.
one's here.
Okay.
Let's go your way then. You want to hand me your tools? I kind of fucked mine up last time.
I mean, you could try yours again.
Oh, yeah.
They do.
Was the door locked? We didn't even check.
Oh, is it locked?
The
sorry.
door-
Now I would like to turn the knob.
The door is locked.
Oh, it's locked. Okay, I'm gonna give my tools to brother.
To brother.
Because I had rooms there.
That one is cocked.
That one is locked.
25.
25.
Oh.
This time, these are nicer. Why has she been holding out on you? Like, where did she get these?
I
You got
polished
these
them.
gold picks? Mom gave me stupid silver
Hey,
picks.
you're the
And
baby.
you very skillfully, with the twist of one wrist and pressing up on the
flick
shim
of the
of
wrist.
the other, the flick of the wrist, the door starts swinging open.
I would like to check for traps real quick.
She already is. You're safe.
Oh, yes. Okay, I will. Before going in, I would like to just kind of...
Okay. As you
I'll do the
look
same
inside,
thing.
the door
Be on the lower
opens.
half.
The door opens to the left as your head comes up and looks to the right. Her head comes down and looks straight. There is a hallway to your right that just ends. It's only about 3 feet wide, and there's just brooms and all sorts of call it cleaning supplies. It's about 20 feet deep, and it just terminates at a dead end.
Rest of room.
To your right. The one in front of you is a hallway that is about 5 feet wide. Looks like some sort of service tunnel almost. That runs about 10 feet in front of you and then moves to the left.
With his to our left, just wall.
Yeah, immediately to your left is a straight wall.
Let's continue.
Go straight.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
straight.
Straight.
Quietly.
Okay. As
Very
you
quietly,
very
sneaky.
quietly
Very stealthy.
She's
move
like-
forward.
I think we are like halfway through this house. It's huge.
Huge.
We have to be.
As you move down this hallway, you kind of peek down the right. You guys have dark vision because you're
Yeah,
tieflings.
Yeah.
we both do.
Um,
60 feet.
The
All
light
of
in
it.
here is significantly more dimmed. It is muted, and from what you can see, you can only see about 40 feet down, and it is just continuous hallway.
Let this go.
Still looking.
I wanna
around for
continue.
traps. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll keep
Do
going.
too, yeah.
Okay.
No turning back now.
Yeah.
Except to
You guys
fucking
make
leave.
stealth checks for me as we enter this new part.
Well,
of
these
the-
dice did good last time. We give them another roll. Ooh,
17.
17.
Buddy.
Why is it that you are the bumbling brother?
17.
I
We
got
keep rolling this thing.
a solid 7.
It's like 17, but different.
Yeah, but different.
Our averages, you
Your
know,
sisters are
17,
carrying you, bro.
I
Yeah.
actually need to do
Yeah,
math
bro.
on this one.
Do you?
My
You need to
son
average.
has my phone.
You need to average that
Yeah, can
out.
you
I
average
can do
that
that
for me?
right now for you. 17 plus 17
17.
plus 7 is equal to 41 divided by 3 is equal to 13 and 2/3.
Well, then the 2/3 saved you. Yeah,
Love you,
I set the DC
sisters.
at 13.
I love my sisters.
As you trip and fall, you are just barely able to catch onto his belt, and you
Yeah.
reaching out instinctually grab onto one of his horns, and you brace yourself and are holding on to the wall right here, and you look up and your hand is going straight through the wall.
Oh.
You're about halfway through.
I think I found something. I think I found it. Let us go.
I'm going to stand up and kind of pull them into this wall.
Okay, as you stand upright, you kind of taking a deep breath, looking at this very solid, very real wall. It's like it's almost like subway tiles, but humongous. They're 2 feet long and a foot and a half tall. And as you kind of step towards it, the coolness that you're familiar with and that you felt in the alleyway, that's kind of permeated this whole region, being a coastal northern city, you don't feel it. And you, holding your breath like you're diving into a pool of water, you're standing in a 30-foot by 30-foot room. As you assess what's going on around you, I would say you two are probably moving after him, if I'm not mistaken. Billy, being the last one through, you feel this kind of almost like sluggishness to your back foot. And as you turn and look, you feel the wall is solidifying behind you. You quickly pull your tail through, and just as you're getting the very tail the very tip of your tail, the small, very fine hairs kind of get caught in the wall, and you can see them sticking out from the wall itself. Putting your hand up against it, this wall is solid.
Nice.
We're
The
trapped.
wall is solid.
We're stuck.
As
Is
she's
there anything
quick
around?
worrying about the wall, you are taking in a very gruesome scene in front of you.
Oh my
You would know the
Cool.
governess to be a very warm, healthy, inclusive kind of person.
The governess?
the-
I just might have put something.
The walls around you are bathed in blood and
Oh, no.
are they have
Oh, man.
trophies, like mounted skull trophies of different
Brains in this room, didn't you?
races of the continent of Ethway. There is a Leonin, there is a Luxodon, there is an orc, there is a Minotaur, there is a halfling, there's an elf, there's a dwarf, there's a druigar, there's a drow. And it just seems like a trophy room of massacre and hatred and suffering.
Oh, they're
And
like
tools
taxidermy?
like just their skulls. Like it's like it's like walking into Cabela's but with humanoids.
Okay.
On the ground below you, on the floor, are tables, iron tables, with all sorts of rusted and not very sharp looking surgical materials that are covered in gore. This room reeks of death and suffering, and you take notice of this and the brown stains that seem to run towards a drain in the middle of the room. And it is fucking creepy. And everything here is bathed in a deep crimson light.
Is there a
Do we
door?
see door?
Do we
Make
see egg?
Yeah, clearly Egg's not here.
Just
Ooh,
give me
that's
egg.
dead.
looking around the room, it is your pulse is pounding through your hearts. As you compose yourselves, you can
Yeah.
see there is an iron banded door with bars running vertically through about the top foot of it.
Do you guys want to? Do you want to? Do you want to? Go
I'll
through
try
the
to
door?
go through
Yeah.
the door.
Well, no. Maybe we should. I'm gonna check the door first.
As you
Check
kind
To
of
the
grab
back,
onto your
yeah.
sister, what are you checking for?
We're just gonna pop my head.
Looking onto the other side, you can only see about 10 to 15 feet inside of it, and it is very dim light. I mean, you can see there's a wall on the other side, about 15 feet away from the door. It's hard to make out what's on the sides just because of the shape and angle of the door.
Let me
is
try
kind of
listen
crooked.
We
for
can walk
breathing.
up to door
I go like this to my siblings.
As everything quiets around you, you take a moment, and there's something, and it sounds like almost like a wail. Not a like a wailing. Not no, not that. Like a moaning or a cry or an emotion of pain.
Oh,
And it at first it's one, and then another one joins in,
Oh no.
and you can hear
It's the
more
cow.
screaming and more screaming, and it starts to build. And you have this moment as you look around. The faces in the room around you,
No,
their
they're not.
mouths open
Fuck
and their eyes light
off.
up with this deep
This is
crimson
literally
light.
a fucking nightmare.
Off. We were
You
supposed
two
to
are just standing here like
get
you're having a
fucking
great
egg.
time. I need you to
Oh,
make
you're the only one
a
seeing
charisma
this?
saving throw.
Oh. And you walked towards the door?
I put like my ear to it. Well, I'm trying to see because I just want to make sure I don't have any features or something.
Oh, like elves who can't be frightened, charmed, or put to
Yeah,
sleep.
It's like there's so much.
If
Tieflings
only
have
you
so
were
many
some
things.
kind of monk.
You're some kind of monk. You can do some shit. You can't do shit.
Get out of my head, demon!
Yep.
And it's gone.
And it's gone.
Okay.
Oh, that's really scary.
Yeah.
Okay,
What was it?
charisma saving throw.
Four. I'm not a fucking bard.
As you
Like plus 15.
As the howling and the screaming builds in your mind, you grasp onto your head, falling onto your knees, and you begin to weep as you hear the pain and suffering of all of the individuals who have ever died in this room crashing down and pouring onto your soul in one gigantic symphony of hurt and pain and horror. You are immobilized. Stunned. Until, I don't know, something else happens.
Cool.
You are stunned.
I'm stunned. Cool. Yeah, it's great music. It really solidifies the
Yeah, that's
horror.
pretty good.
You watch as your sister falls to the ground weeping and is like, it's like she's trying to scream, but she's just silent. As she holds onto her head, putting one hand onto the ground, shaking, pale, sweating. You can see the veins in her neck are starting to pop
Billy,
out.
you
Are you
take
seeing
you
this?
take her, Billy. I'm going to
Yeah,
open.
are you seeing
I'm going to
this?
try to unlock the door.
Am I seeing
I don't
Okay.
even want to put my ear up to it, watching what happened to her. I just literally want to like try to pick a lock
Just
real
kind of
quick
like-
and like, yeah, like this is
Alright.
sketchy. And I don't even know what's about to happen to me, but I need to pick this lock and get out of here.
Go ahead and make a lockpicking check for me. Dexterity plus. And it would be a straight roll
Fucking
because
smile, Chris.
I believe
I need something more.
I believe it would be a straight roll because she is helping your sister. Billy is helping Zor.
So not
Advantage.
Yeah. 8.
8. This, as you feel it, you're kind of like paying attention to Zor and kink, and you're like, oh fuck, she's not gonna be happy about me breaking mom's gold pick.
Billy, give me your last pick, please. I need it.
Okay, fine.
I know mom gave you a nice one too.
These ones are platinum.
Oh
You feel
my
really
God,
good.
I got jeeped in these.
I mean, Mom.
I thought mine were
that's
silver.
better.
They're stainless steel.
I don't know, I think I actually might like a stainless steel set of lockpicks, I'm not gonna lie.
I will try one more time.
What?
19.
The door.
And
Some
I
WD-40 in that.
don't even think I'm going to really look what's in. I'm going to kind of like start pulling my sisters back and just like trying to get out of that room and into the other room.
Okay, perfect. As you grab onto Zora, the two of you lifting her up and moving her backwards through the door with a heavy thud,
Oh no.
and you are standing there. You, your mind begins to clear as the door closes, and you feel a wash of relief over your body, and then the exhaustion sets in.
No.
You take 1 point of exhaustion
Oh.
as you
okay.
kind of recover from this.
And when I turn around after I like door closes, I'm just gonna look around and see what I see.
You are standing in a hallway that is about 15 feet long, and then curves back around the back side of the room you were just in.
You good? Are you good?
The room was enchanted. Yeah.
Are you okay now?
I'm okay now.
Can
I'm,
we
I'm
stand
A
up?
deep
exhausted.
growl
Please get off.
settles,
Standing.
Get off floor and let's go down hallway.
and you see
Get
through
dagger.
the door,
Start running.
through the door that you just came, 2 large hooked claws
Fucking
scraping
going.
through the bars up
Fucking
and backwards.
going. We are moving.
The stealthiest-
Any longer, you guys would have a little confrontation.
Stealthiest run I have.
Run we have, man.
You guys quickly make your way around the corner, kind of rushing.
Any longer we would.
The hallway that you're staring at is about, from what you can tell, 35, 40, 50 feet long, but it just seems to keep going. You guys are,
Checking, making sure there's no traps, children marking our way.
make perception check for me. Anyone who wants to,
I will give
or
you.
investigation, I'm sorry, investigation.
I will give you a little guidance on that if you want to. Just go ahead and
Okay. So that's
advantage
Is it
it up.
6.
Guidance or
No,
advantage?
not true guidance.
Gotcha.
16.
But you
Okay,
are at a
whatever.
disadvantage because you have a point of exhaustion, so it'd just be a straight roll. So what was the first one?
You said
16.
16.
Okay.
Thank you. 'cause I was
Looking,
not remembering
you can
that.
see about 20 feet down from you and to the left, there is another hallway. Just past that, on the same side of the hallway, there's a door about 4 or 5 feet past it.
Door hallway.
You get this kind of, from what you experienced back there, this moment of like, do I really want to take another step? And you have a moment of pause.
Come on, sister, let's go.
Hold on, I'm pausing. Not for dramatic effect. Something's up?
You want to like look
I
around,
don't
check
feel
for
anything.
traps? You want to? What do you want to do?
Yeah.
What are we
What's
doing
happening?
here?
Something's happening.
Can you like just look around?
I'm
the
looking
area,
around.
Check for traps.
Make Arcana
maybe?
checks. Everybody go ahead and make Arcana checks.
Yeah, we are so good magic users.
Oh my god. 3,
Ooh,
22!
19.
19.
Okay.
As your sister, Billy, you are focused on Zora. You are worried. You've never seen her hurt like that, and it really bothers you. As the oldest sister, it is your responsibility to take care of these two, and you feel this kind of moment of like, fuck, and you kind of have this like slip of composure. While you're fussing about her, you two are looking around, and you can see there are these 2 arcane runes about a foot away from you that are pointed
Fuck.
straight at each other.
Oh.
About maybe
In front
8
of us.
inches above you, and about a foot in front of you.
Let's not. What do we do? Do you
Back up a little bit.
What's happening?
Don't.
I point to them.
Ruin's right there.
I want to take the shears that I just got.
Okay.
I'm going to try to pry it in the one on the top right,
Okay.
and try to pry off that rune.
I'm
Well,
gonna do the
it's
same.
carved into the rock,
Oh.
so it's more of like it was carved in than it was placed.
Okay.
Could we
But you're
scratch?
welcome to, yeah, you're
at
welcome to
the-
try and deface it if you'd like.
Yeah.
I would like to try to deface the
Same.
rune.
With those 2 Arcana checks that you guys have, just taking a moment of like, okay, 1, 2, 3, and you just start, and the sounds of metal on stone fill the hallway. But you watch as you start to change the shape and structure of this arcane
Fucking
symbol.
smart, man.
You watch as the glowing fades and dissipates. As they dissipate, the hallway that you're in suddenly shortens. And you're only about 10 feet away from the first hallway.
And then where's the door now?
It's only about 14 feet away from
These
you.
places fucked, and if we even find egg, what
How
are we?
are we
What
gonna
are
get
we
out?
doing? Yeah, it better be on.
But we might as well just book it and dash to the front door at this
It
point.
better
Fuck
be on
off.
top
No,
floor.
literally.
Good luck finding front door. We've walked like so many feet.
Let's go to the closest door.
Oh, no, there's a hallway and then there's a door.
The
We
person
can
who
go
owns
hallway
this
or door.
house hunts people for a living.
Yeah.
I'm gonna slap you. Get your shit together!
Let's go through the door.
I needed that.
Alright, we'll go through the door.
Going through the door, walking past the hallway, you can see there's kind of just a. It's almost like a. It's not a toilet. When I say throne, it's not a toilet. It is
Oh.
a legitimate throne in the hallway,
Well,
and you take note of it, and it's just this beautiful purple and deep ivory wood with purple like velvet pillows and cushions on it, just sitting at the end of probably about 10 feet.
I like it.
Moving past that, you're like, nope, fuck that. You go and check the door. This door is open. It swings open.
Looking again for rooms.
It swings open when we approach it.
No, like you grab it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh no.
Now that we know that they're rooms,
Yeah, keeping,
we're gonna
keeping
keep
your eyes
an eye
out for
on them,
runes. You feel confident that there are none. The hallway in front of you, as you are
Open
entering
door,
this room,
yeah.
the hallway goes on for another 20 to 30 feet, but you can't see what's at the end, really.
Yeah. Cool.
This deep crimson light that is giving off horrid shadows. It doesn't affect your vision, but it does create these deep
Oh,
shadows of ominous horror and just it does not sit well. As you open this door, you have to kind of shield your eyes for a moment as you step through the threshold into a bright pink, very clean, very tidy, what would be some sort of bedroom with a bright red bed, circular bed in the middle, covered with pillows, and lying on this bed are 3 absolutely stunning naked women who all take notice of you as you
Oh,
walk
no.
in.
Do we recognize them by any chance?
Make a history check with disadvantage.
That's a good question. Do we know?
I would like. Oh, I was gonna say let me make one.
7.
You don't recognize any of them. Whether it's the rooms behind you that have you fucked up, you just staring at them, there's no connection.
Did they, like, instantly, when we saw them, did they instantly do something?
They're just kind of sitting on the bed, you know, twirling their hair, and you hear this kind of soft, like,
I ask them if they're safe.
What? Have you recently been tested?
No!
Good lord.
Are you guys being safe in here?
What was your last checkup? Because we didn't know.
I don't even have anything. Like, I wanted to make that joke, and now, like, it's just out there, and I can't, nope.
No, safe as in, like, are they prisoners?
They do not appear to be prisoners, and as you ask them, they kind of turn and, like, chuckle to each other and, like, cover their mouths and, like, come back and just, they haven't said anything, but one of them, each of them, one of them has
Are they
deep brown
holographics?
eyes. One of them has these emerald green eyes, and one of them has blue eyes. But they're all brunettes. They seem, you know, well built. So they have shapely busts and curvy bodies.
Tap Simply's big. So sorry. We actually didn't mean to come down here. You're not prepped mentally for this.
Do you know where door is to get to other place out of here?
You see, they kind of turn and they
Are they coming
all focus. No, they're just sitting on the bed, like lounging across this bed, looking
Are they
at
naked
you.
or like
They're
half-
butt-ass naked.
They're butt
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, they're full bush out in public.
Entice me
Yeah.
with some shit.
As you speak, I need you to make a charisma saving throw for me.
Don't worry, guys. I've been rolling killer today.
Yeah, killer will
Don't
be
even
dead.
say that.
Alright, we haven't used this dice yet. Here we go. You said charisma save, right?
Mhm.
Oh, I got +0. 15.
15.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. As you ask the question, you feel this kind of switch in the back of your brain that is triggered. It switches, and you feel yourself being drawn into these three women. You can see their hands are stretching out towards you.
Don't touch him.
You
I
have
slang
this
his hand
moment.
away.
You have this moment of like, and as you slap his hand, he's like, ooh. And their illusion is gone for you as you see these black leather skins that are draped over still a beautiful form, but the large leathery black wings that are kind of folded up behind them, humongous fangs, raven red hair, and crimson eyes with huge talons and clawed feet are sitting there with their hands out in front of you.
We don't see this?
You guys don't see anything, Donald Trump.
No shit, what are you doing over there?
I'm nervous.
That was amazing. I like looked up. I was like, "What the fuck is going on right here?"
As soon as I see his hand out, I want to cast.
No! Don't cast nothing. No. You need to get out of here. They are fake. These are not real things. We are going to be okay.
I start backing.
In Infernal,
towards
which each of you
the
speak.
door.
Yeah.
You hear, "We are not fake. Come, stay with us. We are so lonely."
Darkness on them, center of them, 15-foot radius.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
As you cast darkness into this
Did we
room,
see any doors before she does that? I'm just curious.
I was just gonna say, as you cast darkness into the room, you notice that just on the other side of them, you've been so focused on them, just on the other side of them, in the corner of the room, you guys entered from the east wall. On the north wall in the far corner, there is another door
Did I see
that
it?
you lose sight of as soon as the darkness is cast.
But I know where it is.
Roughly, yes.
Cool. I grab Billy's hand and I grab brother's hand.
No, you don't need to grab Krill's hand. I got my own. Let's go!
And I'm gonna
Yeah,
book it to the door of where I remember last seeing it.
Okay.
We don't book it, but we leave.
No, we booked it.
Trying to be quiet, step, but trying to go through it. But we're gonna be blind because it's like we can't even see through it.
No. I think we all have that spell.
Yeah, we do.
Cool, awesome. So at least they won't see us.
Okay.
Well,
So
Okay.
as you guys
they're
kind of just
illusions.
bombard
I'm not
Um,
We're not delusion.
We are real. We have womanly bodies with fangs.
What's your armor class?
Look at our titties and our hoo-has.
13.
I got a 13. You take
Hellish rebuke.
you take 7 points of slashing damage. What
Okay.
kind of? It's fire.
Actually, I don't want to do hellish rebuke, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to save that.
Oh, okay. What's your armor class, Billy?
15.
Well, it misses.
Hell yeah, it does.
What's your armor class?
Hold on. I have a
13.
13.
Yeah, mine's 13.
It'll
yeah.
hit.
But she might have
But I
something.
have uncanny dodge.
Okay, so that halves it, if I'm not mistaken. Can you dodge? Right? Yeah,
Yep, it has
halves
it.
it. So you only take 3 points of slashing damage as you feel the sharp, epically heated claws of these creatures lash out at you. I need you
Heat
to
damage.
they're just hot. It's unnaturally hot.
We have resistance to fire.
You do.
That's why
It's
I
not.
asked.
It's not
It's
fire
not fire.
damage. It's just hot. You feel the heat. You recognize that it is hot, even though it doesn't really bother you. It's just they are warm. I need one of you to make a perception check. Actually, you were leading them, so you make a perception check at disadvantage because you have a disadvantage anyways. Because you have a point of exhaustion.
10.
10.
It's over
Damn,
for 10.
hell yeah,
Not
girl.
Stumbling through, you feel the bed, and you realize, like, okay, from here, you do a quick math around your
13,
head.
I'm sorry. I forgot to add.
13.
Yeah.
Even better. You bump into the bed briefly, and that's when you get slashed across the arm. Billy, being on the outside, you're pretty well protected from any kind of immediate physical harm. And you guys hear this hissing, lashing, just sounds like a horrible screech of these 3 creatures as they shriek outward towards you, trying to grasp at you, but can't see you. You grab out in front of you and find a door handle. You open it and you step through. As you enter into this room,
It's literally gonna be like we are tackling you into that room.
you guys collapse outward, and you feel you have this moment of like, oh fuck, I'm gonna hit my face, and you open your eyes, and everything around you is a dark black, misty blue with pinpoints of multicolored lights. As you rotate forward continuously, looking back, you're now staring at Creel's feet, and he's like trying to right himself as Billy is moving slightly to your left. Looking around, you guys grab onto each other in this awkward kind of trapeze of motion. You are floating, and behind you, the door closes.
Everybody start burping.
Okay.
Right?
You said we are floating.
You are floating, and it's kind of like it's almost like there's this kind of remote deep blue light that gives you visual acuity, and a blackness on the periphery of that. Wherever you're looking seems to be this deep blue with these bright pink and yellow and green and these sharp blue and just multicolored lights that are spread out like stars in the sky.
Quick view of room. Where's next door?
From where you're at, you're floating in open space.
Look up.
What?
You look up.
I burp. Does
Everything
anything happen? I
continues.
force myself to burp. Does anything
No.
happen?
This
Nothing
is not
happens.
the chocolate
You make-
factory.
You
sister.
make a
No,
very
he's talked
reasonable-
about it a few times.
you make a very reasonable burp that is you're proud of it. Dad would have been proud of it, but nothing changes.
Mom would not have
Well,
given
Dad-
you
Dad
platinum
would've-
pics
Looking
if
down.
you
Dad
did
would
that.
have liked it, motherfuckers.
Nothing. It's the
To the
same,
right.
more of the same. Everywhere around you, as you float in this space, seems to be the same. It's the only thing that can give you any form of distance, that your depth perception is thrown off. It's this very disorienting feel of how far until the next wall. You don't know.
I'm going to take the shears and just throw them as far as I can.
It's like moving through water as you, and you watch them.
Just forever. Son of a bitch.
Are we able to move? Like,
If we
go like this?
you know,
Do we-
freestyle
like
it.
Swimming. Can we move
You can always try.
Okay,
Yeah.
I try to swim and grab, like, so we're together.
As you
kind of, like, float away.
Hold on to
Kicking
your
their
siblings. You kind of like will yourself forward and kicking your feet slightly. You do move about 5 feet, 10 feet, 15 feet. From what you can tell, it's weird because you know in your brain the familiar sensation of gravity seems to still affect your ears, but you just seem suspended. And as you feel it, you've moved. Your perception of the room, the vantage point that you have, has not changed.
I would like to.
Just keep moving.
You want to go up or down? Would be my suggestion.
Let's go down.
There's no ground.
I'm
right?
afraid to go down any further.
So you want to go up?
I would say up.
Okay.
We will eventually hit the roof.
I mean, we'll see. But yeah, I guess we can go
Yeah,
up.
I'll go up.
Okay. As you will yourselves upward, you're all willing yourselves upwards. You make it about 20 feet upwards and just continue and continue.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're just floating in space, no doors to be seen.
Okay.
I'm going to use thaumaturgy to try to open up any unlocked doors or windows near me.
As you release the cantrip, you wait for a moment and you swear you can hear in the distance this. But
Do I get
you don't see
a
anything
perception
that
of which
changes.
direction that I heard that sound?
It just noise seems to come from all around. Even as you speak, you know that when your sisters speak to you, they're to your left, but you can hear it even in your right ear. Spatial dimensions here just seem off.
Well, do you have any bright ideas, sisters?
I want to go forward, not
Okay.
up. I
So,
just want to, like,
You start moving forward.
yeah.
And you guys are following, or
Yeah, I'll follow her.
Yeah, we should all
as you
basically
stay
hold
together,
hands this
you
whole
start
fucking
moving
time.
forward.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. You just continue going forward.
Yeah, just to see
Okay.
if there's anything.
You travel on and on and on. A minute goes by. 2 minutes go by. You hear the sound of, in the distance, a very brief scream. It's just for a second, and then it's
Cool,
gone.
bro.
In every couple seconds, I'm going to thaumaturgy, try to
Okay,
get doors
thaumaturgy,
open.
and
Thaumaturgy,
every
try to
couple
get doors
seconds you
open.
can hear this, but it never seems to get any closer.
Are my eyes open?
Yes, I mean you can tell. I mean you can make
Well,
a
I'm
medicine
just
check.
worried if I'm not really seeing.
You can make a medicine check.
Okay.
We're floating in a room that's like space. Can't see anything. Can't
It's like
hear
pitch
anything.
black?
It's
20.
multiple colors.
Okay.
20. Very interesting. As you sit here in this moment of am I awake? You and your sister disappears. You sitting in a room, you're lying in a pile on top of your siblings, or your siblings are lying in a pile on top of you. They look completely unconscious. And you are standing in a room
Is she
with
gone?
she has completely disappeared.
Okay, so, okay.
I go to
You are
the-
standing in a room with, surrounded by treasures beyond treasures beyond treasures. And in the very center of this room, on a pedestal, is a silver gem-encrusted egg.
What?
I heard her whisper that she was wondering if she was awake. Maybe we.
I go to them and I just slap their faces and shake
Go
them
ahead
away.
and make an attack roll for me with an unarmed strike, which would be a D4 halved.
Yeah, we didn't know what she did.
Beat you
No
to
way.
a pulp.
My tablet just went dead. So
I just yelled brother and I kind of hug him close and I'm like, where did she go?
you said damage?
Well, I mean,
It's just
it would be
attack
I'm just
roll.
it would be no, it'd be
At
an advantage.
advantage
It
because
would be an
we're
advantage because they're prone.
Okay, so that's 19.
Okay, and that's a critical, so it's 2 points of damage. As you slap Creole across the face, you feel this pull from the back of your brain as your face begins to burn, and that same kind of sore spot on your head from where you hit earlier starts to kind of throb as you are pulled out. You are standing adrift, alone, by yourself, in infinite space.
She's next.
And I'm just gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing? Do it to her right
Close
now!
my eyes and I think to myself, where did they go?
I'm gonna slap her. Did you keep the cord that was over there?
Oh yeah, I put it.
Okay,
in
cool.
the
I got this one right here.
Oh, Debbie found it.
It's a Type C.
I always hide cords.
Oh, it's a Type B.
So she slaps Arceus there.
Yep, slap my sister.
Okay.
Peach.
Make an attack roll at advantage. Because she's
I'm
prone.
like sitting there crying softly to
16.
myself.
16. I believe that's above your armor class. It's an
Yeah.
automatic crit.
15. Sarah.
You feel the sharp sting against your cheek as you see the infinite failures of your mother and father just kind of running through your mind. Your father died, and you relive that horrible experience. Your mother charging you with the responsibility of your siblings as you come back to. You see both of their faces lit with this kind of golden, glittery reflection. Tears are pouring down your face, and you kind of have to compose yourself as you reach out and grab onto your siblings. Happy to be out of the room.
And we see the
I
egg.
saw Mom, I saw Dad.
Oh, cool.
And I'm not in a good place right now.
Wake up. I kiss her forehead. Be like, you're okay.
my
I
keys?
turn around and point to the egg. The egg's here.
But
The egg.
I'm going to go up and check a little bit and make sure there's no traps on the egg.
Yeah.
And then
I'm
Make an
gonna.
investigation check for me.
I'm gonna use
I
my jeweler's
inspire
kit to try. I'm not gonna touch it, but I'm gonna use it to like make sure it's actually legit.
Okay, as you kind of investigate it, it looks
We
solid
did
and it
roll
looks
it.
corporeal and
What
it
else
looks
called?
solid. The
18.
monocle?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Monocular? What?
18.
18. Yeah, it looks, from where you're standing, totally reasonably.
Are
Is
there
there-
any doors?
I'm going to.
Wait.
Looking around, make a perception check.
Is there anything that could replicate the amount of weight that is?
I mean, after that experience, I really have to poop.
I'm glad you got that.
I'm a
12. Looking around the room, it is packed in here. And staring back at the door that you came through, you definitely make note of that one. Looking around more, it takes you about 10 minutes. You don't, well,
We did come through a door, but we were floating, right?
as you kind of take stock of the room, yes, you were trapped in a plane of some sort, but looking around, like, that's the same door that was in the other room.
Mm.
So it's probably more of a magical effect that
Okay.
you put that together, even though you're still in a kind of semi-emotional state.
Is
There is a door
okay.
that you believe to be the one that you just came through. That's where you guys are all centrally located, at least when you woke up. And looking around, there is a small port door. It's about 2 feet wide, and it has almost a ship's wheel on the front of it, and it's made out of some sort of heavy silvered metallic product.
Is there any other treasure around that's
There
like
is
the
shitloads of
same
treasure.
size or potentially weight?
Don't
as
touch
the egg?
anything other than the egg.
Wow, how many references to different movies is that in one room?
A lot.
That's what I'm
That's a
saying.
lot.
Don't fucking touch anything. If you guys touch something and we
Not
are going
touching it.
down, I am blaming you.
And we see other doors now.
There's
besides the
one.
we came from.
There's the door that you believe you came through, and there is a wheel mounted on a port window style door.
Somebody get ready. Go open that door before I grab egg.
Okay.
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 Wait, give me my thieves kit back.
Yeah, give me mine too.
Ears broke.
We only have one thing left.
Here's your platinum thieves.
Platinum.
tools.
Well, wait, hold on. Let's have you open up the door, yeah?
Yeah.
Who's the
Let's.
best?
I got
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
I got
yeah. We'll
this.
switch it up. What are we thinking?
You have
Well,
one.
first, is it
You can grab the egg.
Do you have advantage on some things? You should be rolling again, right?
Time out. I want to investigate for traps first.
Okay.
If there's no traps,
Didn't you made an investigation check against the egg.
I did.
Using
Alright,
that
I'll grab the
investigation
egg.
It was a
check,
17.
you feel that this wheel, whatever it is not trapped.
And I just rolled for to open it.
And then I will be the one
which is
ready
a-
to grab the egg.
Does it feel locked?
You spin it, and you feel with each rotation, it seems to find a new detent. So it's not like a free spinning wheel, and as you turn it, you realize it's not even a door. It's just like this. It's almost a cylinder that's kind of mounted into the wall, and with every turn, it click, click, click. These heavy, thick thuds that kind of settle into whatever it is.
Yeah, I rolled just for shoots, I guess. I rolled a 22 for my lock, my thieves
Okay.
tools. So.
It is not locked, and as you kind of pick at it, it isn't even really trapped. It's more of a. It seems like a mechanism that changes the state of something. Like you're selecting new recesses, and each one is has like a slightly different
around,
depth.
or?
Whatever it is, it's like just with what you know about lockpicking and safes and things like that. It's like whatever the armature is that's setting each time it hits a recess. It has almost a different throw to it each time it sets into the new detent. You imagine it's like an uneven star.
Do I feel confident that I'm getting it unlocked eventually, though?
You actually come back to your original starting point, and it kind of sets, and you go to the next one, and it sounds the same as when you first turned it.
Mm.
There are 8 positions that you identify that this wheel could be in.
No other doors.
There's no other doors.
Any type of writing on the wall.
None that you can tell.
So, we either grab the egg, go through the door we went through, another darkness, run through the room again, hopefully not getting right?
We don't need darkness.
Well, it's a cloud because they can't see us.
Darkness hurt us. Let's be real. That was not
They
good.
didn't hurt us. We got a little scratch.
Like we could have done without scratch.
They know this place better than us, so darkness might not be a good idea.
I thought I did pretty good with darkness.
I mean, it worked,
It worked. It
Yeah,
worked.
we run through.
but it could really hurt us.
We run through the other door, run through the creepy hallway, and make our way exactly back the way we came.
But I mean, this place seemed very haunted. We could just end up in a random fucking place.
As you point that out, I need you to make a charisma saving throw for me.
Hold on.
Think of a way to get out.
So with the wheel, I spin it and I feel it.
It doesn't. It won't free spin. It's literally like click, 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 and you identify that. Just watching it, there are 8 positions that this wheel could be turned to.
I don't.
8 different, totally unique positions that it could be in.
Sorry, I thought I had something about saving throws, but anyways.
Oh man, I think.
Can't find it.
What do you mean something about? Oh.
I don't know, I had advantage or something.
It would have a little A by your. Oh yeah, sister.
On that one.
As you mention that it is haunted, looking past your sister, your eyes unfocused, and you can see your mother weeping over your father's dead body. And she looks at you and she asks you, how could you fail him? How could you let him die?
You're
And
not real, you're not real, you're not real, you're not
you
real.
become frightened for the next however long that lasts. As you see her hands are covered in blood, and she just continuously batters you with questions about that make you self-conscious. You watch as your sister, she's like mid-sentence, and she just begins to weep.
Look for traps on that door. I'm going to.
I'm frightened, by the way.
You need to. I'm going to spin this door one click.
You are frightened of the door.
You open door.
Oh, of the door.
Yep.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the point of where you are backing away from the door as much as you can,
I
because that's
think
where
that this wheel
she's like right in front of
is
it.
a mechanism to change what that door does. The
The other
door
door.
we just came through.
Okay, so notch 1 is bad.
I'm assuming where it's at is not good.
Okay.
And that's what we
I'm
just came
crying.
through. It's in the same spot that when we came in.
Did I switch it?
I'm going to click the door one space over to the left. Open the other door. Please.
Okay, I'll open the other door. Just do a quick little.
Okay. As you peek out into the door quickly, you feel yourself being pulled through, and you slam it shut immediately. What you did grasp on the other side was a dirt floor, and you could see a large tree with, like, it is dark as fuck, and this tree was almost glowing white, and hanging from the tree, you saw at least, possibly more, 2 bodies hanging from near you.
What?
Change
One more
change
click.
change
One more
change
click.
change
Left.
I'm sitting there still crying.
Sobbing your eyes out.
Yep.
Okay.
At this point, we need to just hurry up and do this. Get the one more click, so we're on
Gonna-
click 3.
Okay.
I'm ready, man.
You
Yeah, I'm
open
telling
the
you,
door.
get ready for this.
You open the door, and I need you to make a strength saving throw to not be pulled through.
Oh my gosh.
Son of a bitch. Son of bitch.
That is 19.
As you open the door, you can see this horrible construction. This it's like a wheel, like a table that's a round table that's pitched up on its side, and hanging from the ceiling there is a pendulum that is sweeping back and forth across, and you can see there's blood splatters on the left and right, and it seems to just keep continuously swinging. And as you slam the door shut, you felt the pull, like you were going to be pulled into it, and you are just barely able to secure it.
With your strength.
DC,
One more click.
the
One more
DC,
click.
the DC for this is getting continuously higher
What's
with
your
each
strength,
click.
man? What is your strength right now? You tell me. Tell your sister what your strength is.
I'm stronger than you.
Wait, switch it up. No, switch it.
I'm
You
going to
tell-
click it one more time, and then I will walk over to the door.
And I'm gonna stand at the clicking.
Don't touch it yet.
I'm not touching
And I'm going to just barely crack it open.
Okay.
Dude, look.
I need you to make a strength saving throw for me.
Thank God, because I can't.
I know.
I'm not strong.
I don't know who I am.
Saving throw? You said you were!
I'm strong, but the rolls are bad. 18.
18.
Oh.
The
How many more do you
room.
have?
That
So
was 4
the
of
DC for that was 17. So
I don't know if we got this in us, man.
That was 4 of 8.
We're halfway there. I don't know if we're gonna make it.
I don't think so.
the
You
room
know
that you
what?
are staring
We do it
at,
together.
the room that you are staring at looks like there are these like chains that hang from a ceiling, and there are 5 or 6 of them in a bundle, and there are multiple bundles, and there are in the water beneath these chains. You
Oh,
can
water.
see
Boom.
you barely make out a large hooked tentacle, like sharp talon tentacle that reaches up out of the water towards the door before you.
I need you to make another click,
Okay, and then we'll do it
and then
together.
we can do it together.
Yeah.
The DC for this
Sister
is
is
going
little
to be
incapacitated.
Okay,
so
so we're doing it
19, and
together.
it doesn't matter what you go to. You can go 5 to 8. You could do any of those. You don't have to do them in order, but the DC is 19. Just want to point that out. And you have a sister who's sobbing furiously in the
Not
room.
even paying attention.
You, at this point, have suffered 1 point of exhaustion.
I'm going to need you to
After...
hold sister, hold me, pull me back,
Yep.
hold sister just in case we go in.
Yep.
I
Wait,
say
do you have
we-
rope? Who has rope, man?
Are we doing 5 or 6 or 7 or 8?
Let's skip, and let's just do 7. Or do you want to keep going through it all? Do you want to do 5?
I just know if we skip one,
What's
we're
your
gonna skip the one.
what's your lucky number? What's the DM's lucky number?
My lucky number is 7, sister. You know this.
Okay, you know this. 7. Let's do 7. Let's just go to 7.
It's the number I was born with.
Okay, we're going to 7. I'm gonna notch it 7, and then I'm gonna go to him. I'm
It's
gonna
gonna
grab him by the back. I'm gonna wrap my legs around Billy,
Your
like.
tail. Use your
Oh
prehensile
yes!
tag.
I forgot to have a tail. I'm gonna wrap my tail around Billy.
You can make it at advantage.
A 2. And good enough. 23.
Has anybody touched the egg at this point?
No!
No.
None of us have fucking touched it.
As the door opens,
We just looked at it.
you hear the crackling of fireworks and the sound of voices as they fill the room. The smell of
Similar to what we were
food and almost this like it sounds like the square you were in earlier today.
Okay.
The door is cracked
Okay.
and you are
Grab the egg.
fighting everything you have.
It feels like
It
it's
is
pulling
on
me.
you. It is pulling on you hard.
Okay.
She's
I
completely
close door
useless.
and
She
it'll
is-
stay and we grab egg and go, or do we open
Yeah,
the door and
no,
grab the
yeah,
door? What
okay.
do we do?
I'm gonna go grab the egg. How long is your tail? How long's our tail?
Keep it
5,
Okay, I'm gonna hold his tail,
4,
and then I'm gonna go
Grab
with my tail, grab the egg.
3. Make a dexterity check for me.
And as she grabs the egg, I'm gonna let her make this
I
check
can
real
have a
quick.
picture with it too. Let me make
Pull it. Hurry up and make your
I
dexterity.
am going to make my dexterity, but this is a new character, man. Give me a moment. Let me make sure. When you're subject to an effect that allows you to make a dexterity saving throw. Oh,
It's
that's
not a
the
saving
damage.
throw.
That's a damage.
Did you need that?
Just a check. Just a check. Dexterity check. Dexterity check. We are dexterity.
That
and I'm
is
sorry,
14.
it's at disadvantage because you are exhausted.
I'm the only one not exhausted in this room.
So 13.
13.
Yeah. I got a 14 and 13, man.
Does she successfully grab egg?
13.
It is the trickiest maneuver you've ever done.
It's my
Through
fucking
years
tail,
of
man.
trapeze artistry and years of breaking into things
Finkledinks.
and
Finkledinks!
years of the Finkledink hump, you managed to twist your body, catch your sister by the back of her neck. You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
And when I watch that,
As
I'm
your
going to
frighten is
swing
broken.
the door open.
Okay.
Her what's broken?
Her frighten is broken.
Oh, okay.
As you punch her in the back of, or you kick her in the back of the skull, pulling her forward, twisting your tail around, holding onto your brother's hand. You barely manage to wrap the base of the egg, and as soon as it lifts, you hear this horrible screeching, grinding sound
God.
as the
Oh,
door
God, I will
thrusts open,
scream.
and you
Do I
guys
know what's
land
going on?
squarely, boom, in the middle of the square. People around you like, oh, there's like a murmur and a
Quickly
General.
hide the egg under my cloak.
Do I know what's going on, or was I frightened and just
you were
like,
frightened,
blacked
and then you
out?
just kind of
Okay.
it was literally like there was nothing but your mom and your dad and the horrible things she was saying to you, and you are sucked into the square, and things
I'm
are
like, fuck.
as you are cursing
run
and
to
shouting,
what's
you
going
land
on?
on your
What's now?
abdomen. You guys standing there, like looking around, people are staring at you with like frightened looks on their faces, and somebody goes, "The governess's egg. They have the egg.
No, we don't.
Oh my
They have
god.
the egg.
We're running! We're pushing!
Oh, we're gonna do a chase scene, guys. Give me initiative.
Boom! She gives me
Initiative.
the egg.
How many times per day can you do that? Is it key point based or
No, it's not key point based. It's per long rest, and I got 3 more.
okay?
Oh my
I need initiative from all of you.
gosh. It's fucking terrifying.
21.
21.
What
Okay,
was,
while we do
what was
this
it? It's skills? No. Oh, this is where initiative is. It's 19.
19,
17.
17.
Nice!
You guys did really good on that one. First up is going to be Creole. As he snatches the eggs, you watch as his velvet wings unfurl around and sweep outwards. The crowd backs up even further. And in this form, he's a goof. You guys know him to be a goofball, but like as you stare at him in this moment, he has a very menacing look on his face, and there's kind of a deepened shadow across him that makes you feel like maybe that place was a bit darker than what he was mentally, emotionally equipped for, and something may have changed a little in him
Right.
in this moment. As you have your wings unfurled with the egg in hand, football charging ready, what do you want to do?
I am going to just look at you guys and say, we meet in forest.
Okay.
You
I'm
guys
going to.
did have a rendezvous point.
In feral, or what do you say? You're saying in common?
No, that would have been in.
Infernal, we all speak it.
That would have been in. Yeah, that's our draconic. I think we all speak.
No, we don't.
Okay, infernal. Whatever I know.
You
we
would
all
know,
speak.
yeah. Infernal is the most common. And honestly, it's a very uncommon language.
Yep.
Right, yeah.
I would just say, we meet in forest.
Ooh,
And then
cool.
I will.
That was cool. I felt like a different
I'm going to start running my 50 feet.
Okay.
Do I see anyone coming at me?
There are guards on the periphery of the town square that do appear to be moving towards you. So the way this is going to work, they're starting about 80 feet away from you.
Oh, fuck yeah, okay.
They also can dash.
Okay,
They have 5 dashes.
cool.
I
have 4.
You had 4.
I know I
You
have.
have
Oh, we're
3.
I have
exhausted.
3.
You both are
You're
exhausted.
You two are exhausted.
Right,
Which is why I had you guys give me a.
but we could still.
And same rules as the chase prior, but a little bit more high stakes now. You start running forward, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw to avoid being kind of burdened by the crowd that's in front of you. It's basically like moving through difficult terrain.
Okay. As a monk,
Yeah, chase music? Is there like good chase music?
no, I was working on that, then you
I
made
understand.
roll and the other. 15.
15 will do it. Yeah, as you kind of skillfully moving through and just kind of almost like a ram charging through or charging its quarry, you manage to kind of bludgeon your way through this and using your wings to kind of bat people aside. You are successful in moving your 50 feet forward.
Dope. And as long as no one's too close to me, I won't use my wings just yet, but I would like to hold that.
Looking around, the guards are about 80 feet away from you.
Okay,
But there are people around you that seem to be some sort of loyalist.
At the
Civilian.
50 feet,
Arrest.
at the 50 feet mark,
Vigilantes,
at the 50 feet mark, I'm going to use my wings, and whatever the closest building to me is, I'm going to get on top of it.
As you charge
And
through,
continue my 50 feet, other 50
tucked
feet.
into your chest, swinging your arms wildly, using your wings to push people out of the way. You take this deep knee at the end of one of your strides, and you leap up into the air, using your tail to kind of push up off the ground. Your wings spread out around you, and looking ahead, you can see it's probably about 20 feet tall, and it's only about 20 feet away from you. As you leap off the ground and fly upwards, your arms swinging outwards, you land. The shingles on the roof that you land on kind of scraping down the sides, and you can hear the screams of people beneath as they try to dodge out of the way.
And then as a, oh wait, no.
One of them definitely gets hit by one of the shingles.
Thank you for using that.
Turkey's in action. Okay, and that'll be all for me. I'm up on the roof now.
Okay, perfect. Next is going to be Zoe.
I am going to go ahead and dash.
Okay. You guys have 4 rounds. You need 4 successes to get out of this chase. Wanted to put that out there.
So I only have 3. So I'm pretty much going to be exhausted again. A 2nd level exhaustion if I do it outside of my 3, right?
Yeah, if you go, so you have 3 dashes left.
Yeah.
You'll take another point of exhaustion at the end if you dash again. You can use all 3 of your dashes.
Right.
If you use it again, then you'll be exhausted. So if you use it the 4th time, you'll be another point of exhaustion.
Right. But then does it start again where I'm like, okay, now I have another additional 4 and then I'll get another point, which would be like 3 exhaustion?
No. You need to sleep.
Or I can't.
You need to sleep
can't do
to
it.
get rid of your points of exhaustion.
No.
So
I mean, I have to dash.
She's asking how many points of exhaustion can she accrue?
I mean, you can do 6. 6
Okay,
is death.
cool. Okay,
6
cool.
is
Awesome.
death.
So I can
5
keep
is
going. I'll be
half
fucking
speed.
running. I'm running. Okay. I got this.
All right. Well, hold on. Let me look up.
I'm dashing through the snow. And a one horse.
You guys know where to meet me? 'Cause
Right, yeah, well, we talked about in the very beginning.
I've visited this page 3
Your boy
times
is
since
given.
2018.
You can keep going.
Don't know why it knows
I should
that.
be able to,
Okay, so level 1, your disadvantage on ability checks.
Yeah.
Level 2, your speed is halved. Level
Okay.
3, you have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws.
So you
Cool.
don't want to
Level
get to
4, your hit point maximum is halved. Level 5, your speed is reduced to 0. And at level 6, you die.
Cool, awesome. So,
Right.
level 2, meh.
No, level 2. Your
Level
speed
2,
is
you
halved.
have to dash in
It's
order to move your
useless.
normal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, but I also
Okay.
have, I'll keep going. I got
Okay,
it. It's odd.
so
I'm dashing.
you take your dash. Okay, I'm gonna have you roll. Or what are you doing as well? I'm sorry.
I'm gonna dash.
You're dashing. So
we're
you
dashing
two
together.
both take off like bullets, moving towards the edge of the city where you guys came in, kind of bullying your way through people. There are some people that are, as they kind of compose themselves, are trying to get in your way, and you're having to shove them out of the way. Somebody rolls a cart in front of you, and in an inspired moment, you leap over it as your sister slides underneath it. You two both come sliding out from underneath. You come sliding out from underneath the arms of the cart and right yourself, pushing with your tail against the ground as you land and sprint, following her. The guards are going to. They're 80 feet away.
Well, now that they're
Well, now, yeah, they're
now
even
they're
further
60
now.
Additional.
So, yeah, I mean, they would use their movement and their dash to try and catch up to you. There is,
I have a bonus action.
as you look around, you can see on the roof about 100 feet away from you, there looks to be some sort of robed figure. As you kind of turn around, looking, taking stock of who's around you, you see there's a robed figure up on one of the roofs about 100 feet away from you, behind you.
Who notices this?
I mean, he looks like he's noticing you. He's moving with you guys.
We notice it though?
Yeah, I would
Do
say
we
you do
notice
Mhm.
the person? Like, do we know who he is?
Yeah. Oh, you do recognize him?
Yeah.
No. I mean, you can make a. God, there's not like make a general intelligence check.
That's right, so it's like roof hop.
8.
You've
No.
heard of magic people, like magic guards, magic casting guards, but you're not sure if Aurora has any. That ends their turn. They've closed. So you guys, what's your speed?
30.
30.
30 and 30. So they close that 30. They're again 80 feet away from you. Except you, they're about 110.
Yeah, I moved 100 feet on that one. So.
Yeah. You're pretty far up there. So as you guys keep running, I'm just gonna have you guys do it together.
I was thinking about this. Yeah.
Make Constitution saving throws for me, or yeah, Constitution saving throws. See if you can maintain the speed that you're.
So
moving
what is
at.
their speed? Just curious.
They're moving at 35.
Okay,
Feet.
so
they
I
move
was-
70 or 80.
And I moved 100.
No, they're 35. So they're
17.
70. So yeah, we're working with rough numbers here. 17 to 18.
I just was curious if I was in their zone because I think I'd be further than 60 depending on what the.
No, you're like
Right, that's what I was
70,
asking about
so
the
they're 80
Constitution.
plus 10.
save.
Yeah, you're within like 110. No, it's just for you to keep moving. This is just to keep moving forward. Are you moving at the same speed? Are you moving with dexterous movements? It's
I'm on the
easier
roof.
for me. You're on the roof.
So I
And you're just
figured
gonna
it's
keep
almost
leaping.
a free run for me because I'm a monk. And I kind of.
Has a tail for support. Great. With it.
I see what
Well,
you're
if I
saying. Yeah.
I just think I just assumed monk I could
Kind of
easily
parkour your
be
way through
fucking
things.
parkour my
Maybe
way
do some
through.
dope monk shit.
Right.
He's
Right.
got
I know how much you
standing like backflip.
love- I know
Yeah.
how much you love that.
So whose turn is it exactly?
You guys all just went at the same time.
He's making us go.
Well, I would like on my turn
Okay.
to cast darkness behind me.
Okay, so you cast. What is
And
the area effect of darkness?
15.
15 circle.
And
And I can
goes
do
to
it
60
up to
feet.
60 feet. So I'm gonna do it at 30 feet behind me.
Okay, so 30 feet behind you, a 15-foot bubble of
Yeah.
darkness appears. You can hear the screams and screeches of people as they try to escape the area. you guys continue rushing forward. There's a
Well,
moment.
we're gonna like when we're gonna go
I was just gonna say
in
the
opposite direction,
Same thing.
not
As soon
going
as she
forward.
passes that, if I think that like my view is blocked from the guards, I'm going to just like veer to the right real quick for.
Okay. Yeah, and as you guys kind of escape into the main thoroughfare that leads out of the square, headed north.
I just imagine us running it. It's so cool.
Yeah. You guys are watching as windows come bursting by. There are people. The sounds of bells are ringing out around you. You have 2 successes so far. The guards are going to continue. They will take shots at you, but it will be a disadvantage because of your spell.
And plus, we diverged from the pathing that we were normally at. They still think that we're in front of them.
Yeah, there's like 12 of them though, so.
What?
But
Are they shooting at me by chance?
they can't see you.
Okay, dope. That's what's up.
This is unreal, dude.
Are you rolling just terrible back there? I love it.
Fly away from here.
Fly
What do you got? What do you roll?
I didn't roll above a 5 because of my disadvantage. I rolled like a lot, like 17s, 18s, 19s, and I rolled a bunch of 1s, 2s, 5s.
Cool. That's perfect.
Just arrows.
It's literally just arrow after arrow after arrow. There's moments where you can hear it coming and you just duck and you feel it kind of embed in your horn, but your horn's made out of a hard nail-like material. So you're like, yeah, whatever. You pull it out and you throw it on the ground. You also hear this kind of zinging, energetic sound as you see this bright blue crackle of energy just shoot over your head. And you watch it burst up against the wall, and you see as it explodes outward, the sign that was swaying in the wind suddenly.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's a slow motion shit.
Slow-mo?
Oh, they're gonna.
Is that a thing?
It has to be, right?
Yeah.
So you're running.
Hard time spells.
I'm assuming you guys have kind of V'd at this point, right? Because you guys have lost sight of each other. Which way did you say you were running?
We were running red.
Never mind. You guys are instinctually running together as family would do.
Well, that's the way of the forest, right? That's the way.
So you guys, it's from where you were at. You were in the center of the square. You have to travel north, and then to the right would be more towards. I mean, based on where you're at, there may be a bridge, there may be an old fort, but to the right would lead you towards the ocean. The forest is actually to the left, but you still have to transverse the city.
Got it. Okay, so going right with the darkness behind us, and if they have not gone through the darkness, but I'm assuming there's a big bubble of dark that they can't see through, so we're gonna divert and go a different path. So they'd be like, oh, maybe they're still going straight. Maybe they went left. They don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
The guards have taken every ounce of their turn that they can.
Cool.
It is your guys' turn. What are you
Still
doing?
dashing.
Dashing. So that is number 3 for you,
No.
right?
No, that's now
Your first
I
dash.
have 2 left.
So did you dash on the last turn?
I did.
So we're doing like a group.
Oh, so
Turn
when I roll the
thing?
Constitution, that count?
Yeah,
Okay.
that counted as
So
a dash.
then now
So
I'm
you
at.
did. You
I
had
have
3
one
when
more
you
left.
showed up. You had 3 when you showed up.
Yeah.
You had 1 that you used to get over the
Yep.
cart.
So I have 1
One
left.
last, and this will be your last one.
Yes.
Okay. You have like 2 or 3 left.
She had 6.
I have
You had 6.
She has
This would be
6
your.
total. I got 2
This will be
left.
your 4th, so you have 3 left, including the one for this turn, and you have
This
1
will
left.
be my 3rd.
This will be your 3rd. That's right, because you stepped to the wind. You didn't. Yep. Gotcha. Okay, perfect. What are you doing?
Dashing.
Dashing and running the same direction as her?
Yeah.
Are you looking for anything in particular? Are you doing anything, or are you just running blindly?
Well, we're trying to like find a way to like. I mean, the general idea would be like to hide ourselves at some point.
Okay. You want to hide? The goal is to hide right now, or is it just escaping?
What would it be? What would it be? Off the cuff. Escape. Escape.
Okay.
Yes.
What are you looking for in general? What are you looking for?
Well, I know the direction I'm going to go. For me, basically, it's going to be I'm going to take a peek over my shoulder, see if
Okay.
I see anybody behind me.
There is a
Knowing that
floating
I'm-
person.
Floating.
They are floating like,
Oh my gosh.
but they're not moving
Are they
so
gaining
fast.
on me?
No, you are keeping them at bay pretty successfully, but it's almost an equal movement. almost like they have a flying speed of 50.
Not exactly like you.
Okay, so for me, what I'm going to do is I am going to then cast a thing of darkness on the building I am. Like, as I'm running, basically, wherever the ledge of that building is, I want to cast where, like, if I know the next building's a little bit lower, I'm going to cast my darkness, and I'm going to just kind of drop off and go around, like, try to, I want to stay in a straight line. I'm going to keep going, but I want a ray of darkness.
Okay, so you put darkness behind you.
Literally right on me to try to obscure.
It's literally at your last step, and you can't even see, like, you can't see in front of you until you pop right out of it. It's an immediate kind of transition.
Yep.
What are you guys doing?
And I'll just use 50 feet on that.
We're still running, and I'm gonna dash again.
Okay.
If I see him gain on me, I'm dashing, but...
So now that I hit the 4, do I now take
no,
the
if
exhaustion?
you try to
or
do
if
it
I
again,
do it again?
if you try to do it again, you'll take point of exhaustion. So
Does
you
that
get 4.
happen after
It's like,
I do the thing?
No, so you can use it now.
Yeah,
If you try to dash again,
after that point.
you'll get another point of exhaustion. So
Okay,
you
then.
have a 5th, but after that 5th, your speed is halved.
Okay, I'm gonna do it one more time then.
If only I
Okay.
didn't throw my shears earlier.
I
Wait,
could've
technically
cut
I
them
was asleep when I threw them, right?
off.
Did I actually throw them?
In
Oh.
point of order,
Do
you
I still
not
have my
with you.
shears with me? Okay.
They did not. It seems like whatever you cast out in that moment
Maybe it's like a plane.
was removed from your body. As you leap forward, you can see your sisters running underneath you in an alley. You watch as they are just trying their hardest to move up, and they move up about 30 feet past you. At which point you guys are hustling and bustling through. Make an intelligence check for me to see if you can kind of navigate these streets to get through. Oh, and it's at disadvantage because you guys are exhausted.
Where's intelligence? Oh, there it is.
It's just at the top. It's a big one.
Just them two.
It's a main. Just them two. They're trying. You have a pretty clear
15.
view. At disadvantage?
Yeah, I got an
Damn.
18, then 11.
5. Okay. DC was 10. Average together, that's 10.
Cool.
So you guys are able to, with her help, you start veering off, and you're like, I think we need to go this way. And she just kind of grabs you and pulls you and keeps you running in the right direction. That's 3 successes.
So we need one
This
more.
is your last one, and you guys have to tell me how you're going to do it and what check you're going to use to do it to get through this one. It needs to be some creative shit on your guys' part.
So, because we're trying to get out of the city, yes?
You're trying to get out of the city, and you feel like you're putting good space between you and the guards at this point.
I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use my bonus action, have my wings on me one more time.
Okay, they unfurl.
And if I notice the guy that little like blob
The
of
spell
darkness didn't do much, basically like he's just like still coming right at me and knows where I am.
He's 100 feet away from you. So
I'm
there's a
going
lot
to
of-
drop like almost to the ground before the wings pop out, so it looks like I'm jumping to the ground, and then I'm going to just fucking fly at like ground level, just like.
Yeah, like
and then
like a Super Saiyan. Just
yeah,
hanging out
exactly.
above the
Literally
ground.
like 2 feet above the ground. And when I get to the edge of the town, I'm going to put. I will then use my action to do another thaumaturgy with my crow's call at the edge of town, so you know where I fucking went, and you're gonna be the only people who know what the hell the crow's call is gonna mean. But yeah,
Thaumaturgy doesn't stay. You'd have to stay in
it's
the
a
region.
30.
It's not like a spell that sits there and just repeats itself. It's only just a brief second, and it's got to be within your range to do it.
I see that.
So it's not like I'm not saying that there was ever a volcano TV show thing where a particular magic user left like magic sigils and things that would repeat themselves and messages that would repeat themselves.
Right.
That's not how thaumaturgy works. It's just something close to you that goes off.
Because it just says 30.
Anyone that
Really
ever
describes
watched
it.
another group of people play Dungeons and Dragons is like, I know what he's talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, no. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna throw my dagger then into the whatever the nearest building is,
Okay.
basically at like eye level as I'm exiting, so they know what direction that I'm going. If that makes sense. Actually, just kidding. What I'm going to do.
What check are you going to use
Oh, I see
to
what
accomplish
you're
all this? I'm totally happy, but I want to know what check you're going
saying.
to
You said be
use.
creative, and the one creative thing I had, I got food.
I just-
else, brother.
I just want to know what check you're going to use. Athletics, acrobatics,
I don't
are
have
you
much
gonna
check
use
anymore.
stealth, are you going to...
No, I'm gonna,
Intelligence.
at this point. I'm just gonna say fuck it and power my way through.
Okay.
So as I'm flying, I will use an athletics check, I guess.
Okay, perfect.
To just at ground level be trucking. I'm assuming you're gonna see in the dirt, anyways. You'll see a
Yeah,
little path of
it's just like
floating
a
guy, you know, boom.
It's,
And then
you have a pretty big dust trail as you jump off the side of the building.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make the check for me.
And once I get to the outside of town, I will like lift off into the trees, basically,
Okay.
for my last
Perfect.
couple bit. It's 25.
25. You are gone like a bullet. You are gone like a shadow in the night. Demons seeping into the darkness whence they came. You know that you have outpaced everybody that could have been chasing you. You are free and clear and in the woods. What are you guys doing?
So I'm gonna do performance,
Okay.
and as I'm running, I'm gonna do the Finkledink hump.
To try and power through.
Yeah, to
Okay.
just like compose myself and just
Yeah,
like, I can
yeah,
do
yeah.
this.
This is something familiar.
I'm fucking
This is-
tired, but I can fucking do this. We got this, sister.
You make a performance check, but you do make it at disadvantage.
It's the so many references.
Okay. That was good.
It's nice and night of references.
Okay, an 18. I rolled an 18 and then a nat 20.
Nice.
Yes. Okay,
Nice.
so 18 plus 9.
You powering as you move, you feel the rhythm, you feel the dance that is so familiar to you, and it inspires you, it warms your heart, and the sadness that has been crushing you starts to wash away as the sweat is pouring down your body. Another arrow comes clattering by. You turn and look, and you can see there are 2 guards in pursuit of you at this point, but they're the only 2. Pushing yourself through and kind of moving with the rhythm of the music as you know it, you are successful in dodging through the city. You do take an arrow to the shoulder, and you take 5 points of piercing damage as the arrow kind of rips through the deltoid muscle, but it doesn't embed itself and it doesn't hinder your ability to move. What you got as your sister's
As she's doing
electric
the
sliding,
Finkledink,
yeah.
whatever.
Electric sliding.
As we are.
Let's say whatever. Mom taught us this at a young age.
As we are running, I'm going to do I'm assuming we're in a street and there's
Yeah, there's lots of. I mean, there's carts all over the place.
Cool.
There is
Perfect.
all sorts of things around you.
So I'm gonna kind of go off to the right a little bit. I'm going to acrobats over this cart of cabbage, and I'm gonna turn around and kick it to kind of create difficult terrain. To create difficult terrain for the guys and have the guy freak out, and then I'm gonna keep going.
As you go ahead and make your check. It has to be a disadvantage.
Okay. Okay. You don't seem too sad.
15.
15 was
Nice.
it. 15 was it. How do we off the ground, putting one foot onto the wall and seeing that there is a weak point to the wheel? You kick at it and you watch as the whole cart, and you hear as they scatter across the ground. They are wet and they were a little bit maybe rotten, and they create this slick kind of road slide, nasty ickies. And you watch as one guard is about to fire, his foot slips out from underneath him. The shot goes awry. The second one stops short, pulls out his arrow, and very calmly, very focused, releases an arrow at you.
I have a reaction.
Uh,
That's going to be
10.
uncanny dodge.
Well,
Oh.
does 10 hit?
10's not gonna hit.
That
you
10
anyway.
doesn't hit.
There you go. As the arrow moves past you, spin, kicking off the wheel, watching it collapse. The arrow comes spinning by, and you watch as it just very cleanly moves past your face, lands, pierces through the glass that is behind you as you land on your feet, using your tail to counterbalance and continue running.
I'm gonna wink.
All three of you make it to the forest.
That's right.
After about an hour of hot pursuit, you know that they were still in chase of you. You know that they were trying their hardest. Without the darkness spells, a lot of that would not have been at disadvantage. So that was pretty clever thinking on your guys' part. Collecting yourselves in the woods at the rendezvous point, sweating, dirty, tired, exhausted, you look at the prize in your hands and move on towards your destination. After about 2 hours with this secondary rendezvous point with the person in the letter, you wait and you wait as the moon begins to set, the night getting even colder. You find yourselves nodding off, huddled up together.
Oh, snuggling. Sibling.
I
Until
would have made myself little stick figure guys out of literal sticks,
Mhm.
and like, hey
Oh,
little guy, hey little dude.
yeah, your brother's weirdness has
What
come
are you doing?
straight back.
Cute.
As you're sitting here,
He's reverting. He's reverting back.
the one you pick up the next stick to talk, and you hear,
Dramatic. And feral.
Looking up, you can see these two glowing yellow eyes in a large bush that is
Oh my gosh.
opposite you. Reaching out from that bush, you see this tentacled finger. Another one, as this large creature steps out from the bush. He's about 8 feet tall. His face looks like a squid. It's literally like if you just stuck an octopus on top of somebody's head.
Right.
These large orb-like eyes. You see him reach out, and you all feel your bodies freeze. That's why I said, where are you from?
Are you looking for
We're from, I'm getting context, but
not welcome.
we'll be,
And you see as he turns to squeeze his fist, you feel yourselves start to constrict, your bodies squeezing in tighter and tighter. After the day you guys have had, this is not the ending that you wanted. I need you all to make Constitution saving throws to maintain consciousness.
You seem super fucked up.
but clearly not.
You guys are at
16.
disadvantage.
Oh, still a
At
disadvantage?
disadvantage.
Oh, a disadvantage.
It's a gun save, right?
Mm-hmm.
16.
Ooh, better than me. 15. Oh, goodbye, sister. It
You
was good
black
to-
out under the pressure.
Under.
He squeezes harder and harder and harder. The yellows of his eyes piercing through your souls. He waits for a response. You guys are short of breath, but if you want to say something,
We have egg, and I'm going to.
Oh my gosh, what?
Pull out egg. We were told to meet here. We will leave right now. If
it
we
is
did,
very
it's-
difficult for you to withdraw the egg. And as you are able to present it, I need you both to make another Constitution saving throw for me. You're out, so it doesn't. Yours will be at disadvantage.
14.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. 11.
You both black out. As the copper fills your mouth, the taste of copper fills your mouth,
That's
you
cool.
realize that you are
That's really
bound and you are uncomfortable and you are relying on something hard. As you are the first awake, you open your eyes, and sitting across from you is a very old-looking man with gray hair down to his shoulders, these long, spidery fingers. As he rests a leg across his
Spider
knee.
finger girl!
Hello. And that's where we'll leave off.
Cool.
Oh my gosh.
What happens to you guys? We don't know.
Nobody
Um,
knows. Something happened.
It was not the Spider Finger Girl,
Oh, was it?
but it was somebody you have met before in another life.
Yeah, I recognize the voice.
Who is it?
We were gonna need to talk about this after.
That was pretty fun. I had a really great time with that.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That was a lot of fun. Thanks, guys, for sticking around. If you did so far, sorry it ran a little long. Just want to put a nice little bow on things. Stick around. We're gonna be around next week. I'm not gonna be here, but we'll pick up the week after that.
We will be doing a one shot
Mm-hmm.
sponsored by the Dwarven or the wow, we almost got that completely fucking wrong. Dungeon Forge.
That's
I'm literally like looking at their name right now.
Dungeon Forge out of Arizona.
They chatted to us.
Yeah, it's our first sponsored one, so check it out. We'll have a lot of cool stuff from those guys. They're going to be sending us some minis to play with.
Yeah, I'll put out some stuff throughout the week on it as well.
Put out some sneak peeks.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. Check us out at witnessguild.com and also False Life Dice at Instagram or at False Life Dice on Instagram.
And check out the Dungeon Forge.
And check out the dungeonforge.com because you should. Good night.
Oh, I broke my pen.